1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah. Stepped into the scene in 2015, not knowing that we could make it, motivated with the dream. They try to throw us to the crumb side. We gamers over here, yeah. Steady on a mission, but with no competition. They say Kid Smooth is the best spot, representing the best box. Halo Gears, but that's a well, so much for taking them shots. Check Move got the platinums, dog. How many trophies you got? Bond will find the answers, whether you like it or not. The Gaming Guard built a squad of strong-minded individuals, a diverse collection to deliver news that's monumental. Wanna be a guest, dog? You gotta make a decision. Jimmy, I have you in a state of decay walking in this division. It's a dark day in hell, yeah, before you see sunshine. If you can't hear me, player, go and press rewind. It's the season when I thirst, I drink wine. Best to get yours, money, cause I'ma get mine. Let's play a little game, I can show you my weapon, Will. Let's play a little game, I can show you my weapon, Will. Let's play a little game, I can show you my weapon, Will. Catch you slipping, I promise I'll show you how I still feel. Let's play a little game, I can show you my weapon, Will. Yo, this is the Weapon Will Podcast, featuring Black Bond, Kid Smooth, the best spot, Jimmy J Mega Games, Jack Move Johnny, and your host, Broken Games HDR.
Yo. What's going on, chat? Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Let me know if I sound good. It's the first episode of the year, so we got to make sure all the levels are correct, all the settings are good and everything like that. Haven't done this in about a month. I feel like the last Weapon episode was like a month ago. Good to be back. I'm excited for start the podcast up again and to have some good conversations in 2021. Praying that it's a much better year than 2020 in all capacities. What's up, War Machine, Spider, everybody in the chat, the finest? What's going on, bro? Shout out to all the Weapon Wheel patrons, all the Weapon Wheel channel members, everybody that supports Weapon Wheel in any capacity. Shout out to y'all. Gonna have a bigger and better podcast year. So yeah, tonight hopefully is good. So we got a new template for the podcast. Not a major change, just a slightly different template that you're gonna see that I'm gonna switch to in a moment. Just making some quality of life improvements to the podcast. We don't try to do nothing major, don't try to switch up too much, but we try to, improve just minor things here and there, each year. We're gonna try to, make it a little bit more clean, less of the background noise, hopefully, less of the crosstalk, we still want them arguments. Them arguments are still gonna be here. We want those more than anything. But hopefully, people not talking over each other as much. We just gonna make it a little bit more, just clean it up a little bit. People not eating on the mic, that type of stuff. We buckling down on that. All we trying to make sure everybody's audio levels are even and nobody's too loud, nobody's too low. Just try to make everything clean. So, Brian Lobo, don't start that, bro. First of all, we're innovators over here, okay? Listen, I love Press Start Podcast. Listen, contrary to popular belief, I love Press Start Podcast. Shout out to Press Start Podcast, also known as Weapon Wheel Spinoff. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with being a spinoff. I love spinoffs. Some of my favorite shows are spinoffs. Some of my favorite games are spinoffs. You know what I'm saying? You know, ain't nothing wrong with a nice little spin-off, a nice little, DLC, nice little expansion. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Love it. I love that. I love it. So, no, so all of these small quality of life improvements are, born of my brain. Please hit the like button. That is one thing I really would like to be changed this year. Is for us to actually get the views to match the likes. That's we drill it, we constantly say it, but no, seriously, I really would like this year for the major change from the audience. If we're gonna improve, we ask the audience to just help the views. It don't gotta be 1-for-1. It don't gotta be 100% likes for views. But how we can we have like 80%? If we get, if we have 800 live, can we have 600 views or something like that? 600 likes. I mean, can we have that? Can we have that? Would that be nice? I would love that. I hate these damn headsets. Well, I love these headsets. These headsets I got. They automatically turn off after like 10 minutes. If the headset doesn't hear any audio playing, then it automatically turns off the damn headset, and it doesn't have anything to like turn off that auto off feature. But yeah, anyway, yeah, likes help us grow. We gotta finesse that YouTube algorithm. So yeah, shout out to everybody showing up, man. That was a heartbreaker. That Browns versus Chiefs game, ooh, that was a heartbreaker. Baker Mayfield played very well, man. That defense, man, that defense let the Browns down. They let this. How old is Henny? He got to be in his mid-30s. That man got to be in his mid-30s, and they let that man run. That man is 35, and they let that man run for a 14-yard first down, a third down conversion. Man is 35, and y'all let him do that? Man, come on. That was a heartbreaker. That was a gut wrencher right there. That was rough. That was rough. And Mahomes, it was a concussion, so he'll most likely. Rodgers is different. Rodgers is a freak of nature. He's a bad man. That's different. Chad Henne, that he's just a journeyman. He's a journeyman. There's nothing special about him. So if Aaron Rodgers runs for 14 yards, we're like, oh, that's Aaron Rodgers. He's a bad man. If Chad Henne, he's a journeyman. Can't let that guy get away with that. But that's why you keep veteran backups on your team. That's why you keep veteran QBs. But Patrick Mahomes will probably be back by next week to play. It's the Bills they're playing, right? So yeah. The Chiefs got out of this one, man. They got out of this one. Excuse me. But yeah, I hope y'all have been doing good. Hope y'all 2021 is off to a great start. Yeah, so in this new template, we just wanted to, highlight some of our patrons and everything like that, just give y'all a little shout out for supporting the podcast, of course. So, that was the major reason for the slight template change. It was just slightly different. That's all. This is the Nintendo podcast. I mean, it's just the thumbnail. It's just the thumbnail. Sometimes, I'm not the great. I don't know. I'm not the greatest when it comes to making custom thumbnails. So I kind of just go with the easiest, whatever might have been the highlight of the week. Not that was the main highlight. Was the Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. But it was an easy thumbnail to just add. Hey, Swazo, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that, fam, because they weren't the first to do it. And They did not, they did not originate it. They did not coin that. Okay, let's make that clear. All right, and we still do our own thing. We got gameplay over here. Okay, we do our own thing over here. We got the spinning logo looking like some rims, looking like some 24s spinning. You know what I'm saying? They don't got that over there. They don't got animated logos. And we did that. I think we did that back in the day. We just got rid of it. Yeah, I did. See, you right. We originated it. They took it, and then people thought they were the first ones to do it. Remember, we did it with the Star Wars, in the Star Wars style transition. With the transitioning words and everything like that. We did it Star Wars style. We did that. We did that first, by the way. People just forgot. So, what up, Smooth?
What up? You can hear me?
Yeah, let me know if y'all can hear Kid Smooth. Oh, man. I feel for Baker, man.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, he played good.
They were going to win. That was the game they were going to win. That was... man, I think what happened was, I think the defense got relaxed. They kind of like, they got this.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of looked... They were getting torched, from the start, too. Like, oh.
Yeah, but I mean, I expected Mahomes to torch him up, but once he went out and I was like, okay, they got a chance.
I turned Smooth up a little bit.
Usually I'm overbearingly loud, so
yeah, you're good now. I turned you up. So the guest today is supposed to be J Rock.
Yeah,
J Rock. A Xbox dude that's been making his voice heard on Twitter lately. Kind of came out of nowhere. I think he from the Bronx or Brooklyn. It's it made me a little bit sad to see my my New York brethren falling for the dark side, the Xbox side. I'm like, you deserve better, King. Treat yourself better than that, King. Don't do that to yourself. Yeah, he from New York. It just says he from New York. I don't know which part he from, but I'm like, listen, King, you deserve better than that. But yeah, he's the guest. Mocha won't be on today. She's taking a little day off, I guess. And Jack Moves plump self is gonna be in here. Yeah, I call that nigga plump. He's gonna be here with his terrible football analysis. Bond is gonna be here. Hopefully in 2021, Bond has he's gonna like relax on the Xbox and the Xbox slander and the women slander and the.
Well, Mocha's not here today, so he ain't got nobody to impress. So he should be a little calm today.
That's Bond's thing. You know what the problem is with Xbox? Then you know what the problem is with women? And like, all right, Bond, tell us, please. I know you want to tell us. Yeah, you know what the problem is with fat people? You know what the problem is with bald people? That's Bond's go-tos.
Hold on.
Let me know if y'all hear any background noise with me, by the way. I'll fix that. I've never even actually heard J-Rock speak. I never we weren't speaking, that's why there wasn't any audio. I never heard J-Rock speak. I don't know if he's actually ever been on a podcast or anything.
Yeah, I never had him on the podcast, but I know he's been growing on Twitter. So
fighting that good fanboy war. I just went to get something to drink real quick. So yeah, 7 minutes. Everybody should be here by 7 minutes because hopefully they're not trying to start the first podcast off by being late. That wouldn't be good. Hopefully Rose is here on time.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
No mocha today.
No.
Man, I don't want to say that the Browns blew it, but they definitely missed their biggest chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it's never as easy getting back to even to like a spot where you were.
I'm just saying, Mahomes was out. Buffalo, New
Oh, yeah.
England, Tampa Bay, they were all rooting for the Browns. Smooth. How you feel about Tampa Bay's chances tonight?
I think they have a good chance.
How would you like to make it a great chance?
Yeah, I'm not.
Come on, start the new year off right, Smooth.
Can you stop trying to finesse this man into bets in 2021, please?
I mean, Jack Move messed up. Jack Move had a chance to save his team. He said he'd rather go down with the ship and the Jiggy merch money.
Hey, man, listen, man. It was a bad season, dog. It was a bad season. Hate to see it. That bum ass Lamar Jackson beat us.
I know, right? You got beat by a dude that can't even throw.
Not throwing bitch ass motherfucker, man.
We're not here for Jack's trash analysis on quarterbacks. We're not here for that.
BG, you my man, bro. But
we got 5 minutes. We can get into it, but as long as
takes
no. Your football takes Jack. Let me tell you. Your football takes are literally like kindergarten level. That's what they are. Like
I'm gonna name. Hold on. Matter of fact, I got a list of starting quarterbacks in the NFL, right? I'm gonna name all the quarterbacks that can throw better than Lamar Jackson, right? Let's do it. Kyler Murray, Matt Ryan.
See, you don't get what I was saying. You don't get what I was saying.
Baker
I
Mayfield,
was never saying. Let me make one thing clear.
Stafford,
I never said.
Rodgers,
Hold on. I never said that Lamar Jackson is this amazing thrower. You said.
Drew Brees.
Are you, sir? Can I speak?
Oh, go ahead.
You said that he can't throw. I said that's incorrect because there are clear and many examples of him making great throws. He is inconsistent. There's a difference. There is a difference between not being able to throw and being inconsistent.
Okay, I gotta interject on this. So, by that logic, Tim Tebow can throw.
Exactly.
No. It depends on the rate. It depends on the rate. Tebow didn't have a great even passer rating and the rate of the type of throws he made. I'll give you an example. Hold on. No, you know what the perfect example is? You know what the perfect example is? Take Mike Vick. Y'all realize Mike Vick early in his career, he had bad throwing mechanics, he had bad footwork, and then you realize that
Lamar Jackson.
But hold on, you realize that later in his career, even after he came back from being in jail for the dog killing shit, you realize they reset his throwing mechanics and he was a better pocket passer after he came back from jail than when he was young. And here, hold on, and here's my point. Lamar Jackson is 25. You can teach him proper throwing mechanics, right?
Okay,
He's young. Hold on.
Okay.
So the reason Lamar Jackson has an upside more over Tannehill is because his ceiling is way higher. You can teach him that. You can teach him all that. You cannot teach Ryan Tannehill athleticism.
Okay, but BG, first I don't even know
We're
why
not going off of potential. We're going off of who's good now.
But this the thing though, BG. I said he needs to develop the ability to throw more accurately downfield. I'm
agree with
saying
that.
what you're saying. So why are you disagreeing with that?
Because
no one is scared of Lamar Jackson's throwing ability. No one at all. No one. You will not find a defensive coordinator that is worried about Lamar Jackson beating you with his arm.
He's clearly showed that he can throw it downfield though.
The only time Lamar Jackson completes very long passes is when he breaks down the defense from scrambling out of the pocket.
That's not
because
true.
They try to the secondary got to come up and make him honest, make sure he don't fucking scramble for fucking 50-some yards. Of course you're gonna get a long pass off. You ain't nobody playing defense.
That's not true. He's made long passes in the pocket. He's made long passes in the pocket, bro. He's made long passes in the pocket.
Most of his throws are dink and dunks, fucking shovel passes, screen plays. The man cannot throw accurately down.
Bro,
the field.
he's made. I don't know how y'all arguing with something that's on tape. Like, is he inconsistent? Absolutely. Is he inconsistent? Absolutely. Can he throw down the field in the pocket? Yes, because he's done it. There's tape on it.
That's what we're talking about. If you're inconsistent, you can't do it. Point blank. Period.
No, I don't. That doesn't make any sense.
If a field goal kicker kick 5 times a game and they miss 3 of them, you can't kick the fucking ball. Point blank. Period.
No, that does not mean that. How does that? Yes, all right, listen, that doesn't make any sense to me. So if you can't do something consistently, that means you can't do it, or does that mean you just need to work on it? Like that, you see, I don't understand that extreme because you're inconsistent. I mean, you can't
do it right now, BG.
Bro? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. How could? Because just because you have inconsistency doesn't mean you can't do something. It's on tape. He's doing it.
What it means.
No, it's not. Are you slow?
BG. Did you watch?
Listen. Listen. Okay, y'all got it. Because inconsistently means you can't do something. You got it. You got it.
Can I ask a question, BG?
Go ahead.
Did you watch the Titans and Ravens game last week?
I did.
Okay, what was the deciding play for the most part in that game?
I don't even remember the game like that.
That long ass scramble Lamar Jackson got off that resulted in a TD.
Okay, of course. Yeah.
So what's your point? He had more rushing yards than passing yards.
I agree. Okay, you're using a sample size of one game. There's games where he's.
I mean, what else do you want me to use, bro?
Entire seasons, his entire what are you talking about, bro? Okay. Bro, I gave you the example. Go ahead,
BG. Before you even go on, what's the definition of inconsistent?
That means you're not doing it on a consistent basis, like regularly.
Which would mean what?
That means you need to work on being.
You're failing to do something consistently, and if you're failing to do something consistently, what aren't you doing?
That doesn't mean you're not doing it. That means you're not doing it That means you're not doing it at a high enough rate. That doesn't mean you're not doing it at all. That's what I'm saying. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
I'm not done. So, BG, what happens if you fail to do something at a high rate on a test?
You fail.
Exactly.
Thank you.
But nobody's denying that what are we talking about here? Nobody is denying that Lamar Jackson failed. I feel like we're speaking a different language. What I'm saying is y'all are saying he can not do it. I said he has shown he can do it.
BG, you just said he failed. You just said he's a failure at doing it.
Hold on, BG.
Oh my God, we're speaking a different language. Clearly, I want to move on.
Listen, I'm not saying he can't never do it. I'm saying as of right now, he cannot do it. That's why I said he needs to develop the trait. It's a reason they keep fucking losing in crucial games because people know if you play contain on him, he's not beating you with his arm.
I'm gonna move on because I feel like we're speaking.
I got one last point because who that quarterback you were hyping up the first 6 games of the year?
Let me ask you a question. One last question. I got one last question. What do y'all think about Tiki Barber as a career?
He had a fumbling problem, but he was cool.
Okay, and do you realize? Okay, but he's
Not a Hall of
a
Famer.
good running back. Nobody will say Tiki Barber was
He
a
was a
terrible
good
running back.
but he had a fumbling problem.
Okay,
yes.
he had a fumbling problem, and what happened? They taught him how to properly hold the ball up to closer to his chest in an elevated area because he was holding the ball too low, and that's why he was fumbling so much. It's all it was an adjustment. That doesn't mean he was that doesn't mean that he wasn't a running back.
BG. Okay, so can I ask you a question? You brought up multiple examples of people adjusting and developing a trait, right? So why are you arguing with us saying he needs to develop the trait? We're agreeing with you.
No, but you're saying he can't do it.
I'm done.
I'm good.
No,
that's exactly what you said.
Here's the funny thing about your comment, BG. Here's the funny thing about your comment, BG. There's this player on the Sixers, right? He can do everything but one thing. But he just needs to work on it, right? He just needs to get better at it, right? Do you know Ben Simmons' shooting percentage outside of 5 feet is below 30%? But he just needs to work on that one thing.
No,
right?
but he can shoot threes though, Bon. Don't
he needs to work on that one thing.
Is Lamar Jackson's passer rating completion below 30%?
Well, we're talking about basketball and football.
I want to move on now because what y'all are saying doesn't make sense. So I'm ready to talk about games. I'm ready to talk about games.
Yo, BG, they said BG, you sound okay, but they're saying your audio low. It went low.
I mean, they said I was loud, so I turned it down a little bit. Okay, let me turn it back up a little bit. All right, we should be good. We should be good at that level now. All right, let's talk about games because I don't respect y'all niggas. Sports.
don't worry. Likewise.
Where J-Rock at? Let's talk to him. He said he would be here.
Who is J-Rock? I thought it was a Porter Rock. Now it's a J-Rock?
This nigga literally really DM me and say he going to the bodega real quick. Oh man. He a New York dude like me. So all right. Weapon Wheel Podcast, episode 267, the first Weapon Wheel podcast of 2021. Good to be back arguing with these niggas. It's great. All right. First of all, hit the like button. As you can see, we got a little bit of a new template. We got our patrons on display. So, if you support the Weapon Wheel podcast Patreon, if you're one of the members of the channel, you'll be on that list and you should see your name there. So shout out to y'all. We definitely appreciate it. Like I said, hit the like button.
3-4 days ago.
What?
God. I thought we were trying to get our Twitter handles on this thing too.
There's not enough. I don't think there's enough space. That's the issue. It's a space issue.
You can put it right in patrons.
Yeah.
And Kid Smooth.
I'll see. I'll work on it. I'll take care of it later, Bond. Anyway.
Appreciate it.
All right, y'all, hit the like button. It's a new year. We would appreciate, a higher rate of likes. Because, just based on the arguments, just now, if you're not liking at a, consistent basis, you're not liking at all. So we need 100% likes in here.
Good point.
We need 100% likes in here, or the like doesn't matter at all. Because if you don't do it consistently, that means you can't do it. So please hit that like button. We need 1-to-1 like to view ratio in here. We would appreciate that. All right.
You know what's funny about that?
No, I don't.
Xbox don't consistently have games. But then what do people say about Xbox, Jack? It don't have games.
That's what I heard, man. So I guess they got Battletoads. They got
you
games.
ain't been in here not 15 minutes, and you just had to have an Xbox take.
Hey, you said it.
Anyway, all right. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. Like I said, check out the Weapon Wheel Patreon. If you support the Patreon, you'll get access to the Discord. Just make sure your accounts are linked. If you'd like to submit a video to be featured during the Weapon Wheel podcast, just send me an email to weaponwheelpress@gmail.com. And let's do these intros. Jack?
Oh man, new year, new podcast. You know what I mean? Good to be back. Shout out to BG, man. I'm gonna start calling BG the Carson Wentz of Weapon Wheel. So yeah, I think you might like that. And
you fat nigga. You a real fat nigga.
You like Carson Wentz? What's the issue?
What's the fat issue?
You
so fat
like
nigga.
Carson?
Shut up.
All right. What's good? Shit.
Bond?
I'm just here to hang out, laugh, and make bets. And win them, too. I know I'm winning my next bet on the smooth. There's no way that Starfield coming out in 2021.
Damn, y'all still got that bet? Goddamn.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Especially with Indiana Jones being announced. Starfield ain't coming 2021. Stop that.
Smooth.
What's up, everybody? It's the best bot. Happy New Year to everyone. Can't wait to introduce an epic year, another season of Weapon Wheel with everyone. So,
all right. And Jimmy.
Yo, what's up, man? J Mega Games. I'm here. Happy New Year's, everybody. Let's get into the show.
Yeah. Right. New Year. So we like I said before, we gonna clean it up a little bit. No more. Sports outbursts, because I know there's another game on right now, the Saints and the Bucks. No sports outburst, Bond and Jack. All right,
team is out.
Okay, but still, you be having outbursts when we talk about topics. No more of that. No more eating during the podcast. Smooth.
Yeah,
and we
good.
And we gonna keep the crosstalk, talking on top of each other, to a limit as much as we can. All right, let me read some of these super chats before we start the topics. Shout out to BitCloud19. He led the league in passing TDs last year, but can't throw. How is that possible? Hey, I ain't gonna get into it, BitCloud. I'm falling back from that. You got to talk to Jack and Bond. I don't know. You got to talk to them about that. And
That's what
Almighty Moreland said all likes matter. Yeah, get them likes up. Appreciate it. Soul King with the $50 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate your ongoing support. So you said I need that 1-to-1 like ratio. Also, buy Jiggy merch.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And Gideon said, time to stop acting like I was exaggerating when I said Jimmy is irrelevant. What? Bro, the show just started. We just got here. That's what we just got here, dog. Let up off him. I was vindicated when I took an hour before anyone realized he wasn't there on the last episode. Who you owe a favor to, BG? Oh man, listen, man, leave Jimmy alone, bro. Don't do that. It's a new year. Look, can we reset? Let's reset. Thank you. All right, topics. Just first, I just want to start out with some delays that were announced. Hogwarts Legacy, the Harry Potter game for all of you dorks and losers and mouth breathers that like Harry Potter. That game has been delayed till 2022. Excuse me. We're in 2021. I think they said that's delayed till 2022 or later 2021. Outriders was also delayed. They said they wanted to release a demo before they released the game, for people to actually get a chance to play the game. I feel like that was in the wake of the whole Cyberpunk controversy, that they wanted to make sure people actually played the game so they could see what they're getting. And Riders Republic, that extreme sports game, I think that's by Ubisoft, that's also been delayed. So yeah, a bunch of games have been delayed. So the games that are releasing, the two major games that are releasing this month are Hitman 3 and The Medium. Just want to talk about Hitman 3 briefly. Comes out in 3 days. I want to know who on the panel is.
Year off of bald people.
Yes, sir. the most dangerous bald one of them all, Agent 47. Anybody planning to buy the game on the panel?
I'll be playing it. I'll be checking
I
it
didn't
out.
play the first two yet.
Not me.
Hitman Absolution considered different than 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like Absolution.
Yeah.
People don't like it.
I got other games I need to play first. It's not a game I gotta play right away.
They started the episodic stuff when they brought out Hitman 1, when they rebooted it.
Yes.
So that was the main difference, but it's pretty much the same game though.
Ain't it like if you buy 3 though, you get the first 2? Or like if you buy 2, you get 1, some shit like that?
I don't know.
How you do it.
I don't know, but I'll be buying Hitman 3 only because I'm kind of like, no, not only, but I am thirsty to play a new game. And I didn't buy Hitman 2 because I felt like, Hitman 2 just looked the same as Absolution. I feel like the Hitman series hasn't really evolved properly and hasn't evolved much. So I was like, it always looked the same. It always looked samey.
3 3 look the same than 1 and 2 though.
Yeah, but I'm hoping like maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's just on face value it looks the same, but it's a little bit different.
About to be the same, though.
Yeah, it looks too similar.
With VR functionality, that's the only difference.
Because it's so weird. Because like, Hitman Absolution came out 2011. It's 2021. Why does this Hitman look like it's exactly the same? Like they don't really switch up. I'm wondering if like, when he like puts on the disguise. I think when he puts on the disguise, the screen like kind of fades to black, or like there's no actual animation of him putting on clothes. It's just like you hit the button and the clothes come on.
Yeah,
and it's like
down the day when he raised back up, he had a clothes.
Yeah, and it's like, man, that's just very like last gen and very like last decade, and I feel like that type of stuff and the gameplay is going to be very much the same. So I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'll be playing it. What's good, J Rock?
Hey, what's going on, brother? How we doing, gentlemen? Happy New Year's.
Yes, sir.
New Year's, bro. Welcome.
Oh, look at this nigga Smooth laying out the carpet.
I'm gonna just start off by saying I agree with Broken Games with that whole football.
Who's your team, J-Rock?
The Giants. So I know trash players when I see them.
and you don't think Lamar is trash? But we not gonna.
Hell no.
We not gonna get back into the sport. We not gonna get back into the sports stuff though. We not gonna do that. We gonna stay on topic.
All right.
Well,
yes.
Tampa Bay about to be down by 7.
Well, like I said, we ain't talk about that. We gonna stay on topic. All right. So yeah, Hitman. Let's just get some Metacritic predictions for Hitman 3. What y'all thinking?
Who's developing it?
IO Interactive.
IO.
They making a whatchamacallit too. They making a what other game they making?
007.
Yeah. I give it an 87. 87.
Okay. Everybody else?
82.
We're talking about Metacritic?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hitman. They always all the Hitman games are like
79. Too much of the same.
Sheesh.
Jimmy?
I'm gonna go with an 80. I'll go with 80. It's gonna go lower. It's gonna go lower though, but I'm gonna go with 80.
This is Hitman 3, but didn't Hitman 2 come out in like 2000?
You thinking about Hitman?
No. This is a new series, man.
So it's like a reboot?
It's a reboot series. It's
the
the episodic series, but they were bringing out episodes of the game.
Hitman 2 was
from
episodic.
2016 to now, it's a reboot.
Yeah, because it was 5 Hitman games. It was like 5 before that.
It's definitely a reboot, Bon.
Yeah.
So Absolution ended it, and that 2016 Hitman was the reboot.
Yes, sir. Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with probably like an 84 or something like that. I think it will probably land around there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go 81 to 84.
Okay. By the way, this is J-Rock, our guest. Some of you might have came across him on Twitter. So happy you could come through, bro. So, you went to the bodega. What you got? Some chopped cheese?
You already know. Chopped cheese and Arizona. You know how we do it.
Oh man, the classic. Okay. All right. The next game that's releasing the end of this month is The Medium by Bloober Interactive.
Bloober Squad.
The same people that made a whole bunch of games you've never played, like The Blair Witch, and a whole bunch of other games that I don't remember. So I don't know. I'm not expecting much from this game just because I don't expect much from the team who's working on it, and I haven't really been impressed by anything they've really showed. I'm gonna play it though, but I'm really not expecting much. Thoughts on this game? I'm gonna go to you, Smooth. What do you think this game is gonna do?
I think it's gonna surprisingly, I do think it's gonna review well. But I don't think it's gonna get much traction outside of release week. I personally, like I said, it's a puzzler in a horror game. And I don't do horror games like that. So that's why I think my time with it may be shortened. I'll give it a try, but I mean, I can't determine whether it's gonna be good or bad. I just don't think it's gonna be for me.
Okay. J-Rock, you looking forward to The Medium?
I don't know. I'm not really into horror games like that, but I'll see, man. It looks mid. I'm gonna be honest with you. It looks mid. It's not
Like Lamar Jackson mid.
No sports references.
Oh shit, love to see it.
Yeah,
it looked Daniel Jones mid.
Even worse.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm not.
Smooth streaming that?
Streaming what?
The medium. That's the only way I see the game because ain't nobody.
I mean, I'll stream it on release day or so. See what's
Right,
going
man,
on.
I'll tune in your stream. I ain't trying to play this shit.
Metacritic predictions for that.
I'm gonna say 74.
69.
Nah, I don't think it's gonna get 69.
Damn, 69.
You can't go wrong giving an Xbox game a 69.
I was about to say.
Gotta play the field, yo.
78, man. It'd be 78.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna go with a 71. I think I think it could do a 71 clean.
70 to 75.
Think he's gonna get that yellow badge?
74.
Okay. All right.
He's getting that yellow badge?
Maybe. I mean, we'll
The
see.
medium.
Facts, pretty much. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out. So let's move on from there. Let's talk about this list of games that's, I guess, expected to be Xbox exclusives in 2021, and this was tweeted out by somebody on the Xbox UK marketing team, Samuel Bateman, and he gave a list of Xbox games that are coming out, because I always see like Xbox dudes tweet out this long list of Xbox games that are coming out in 2021. I'm like, who told y'all these were coming out?
The greatest lineup of all time.
Right. So let's take a look at it. I'm gonna name these games because it was a longer list than I expected. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even remember like at least half of these games. I'm like, I don't even know what these are. And I wasn't trying to be hateful because hating on Xbox's Bond's thing, right? What looked at the list of these games?
I don't hate. Y'all sound like these girls that be like, "Oh, you too fat." I'm not hating. I'm just telling you the truth.
Right. If you say so. But I looked at the list of these games and I'm like, is this really something this is not something a list worth bragging about. I'm not saying that these games are going to be bad, but these are not games that are going to like move the needle or get your fan base excited. I don't know who these games excite. So here's a list of games.
How you know that, BG? How you know that?
Jack, ain't nobody excited for this. Listen to this list.
I'm waiting on the list. You might be wrong.
Okay. First, Adios. I don't even know what that is. Okay.
What?
That's the name of the game. I thought you were telling me about it. That's the name of the game.
That's the name of the game. All right.
Oh shit! All right, my bad.
Maybe they don't want no.
Making Adios.
I don't know, bro. I don't know half of these games.
Trash.
Adios. The Artful Escape. Never heard of it.
Trash.
The Ascent. We've seen gameplay for that, I think. The
Bond's
Big Con.
We've seen him.
The Big Con. Never heard of it.
Trash. Oh, actually, no. That game might actually be good because it will be as advertised.
Crossfire X. That's Remedy is working on the single player part of that game because the multiplayer.
Well, that game will be average to good, but not great because it's Remedy.
Dead Static Drive. Never heard of it.
Trash.
Echo Generation. Don't think I've ever heard of it.
That look alright. I seen that. That look alright.
You know what these games all sound like? Game Pass fodder.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Would do irrelevant here.
Starting off the year like that, that's crazy.
All right, come on, keep going, and we'll discuss. But
okay, next game, Exo Mecha. We saw gameplay for that. Nothing really
that
impressive.
That could actually be decent. But will most likely be trash.
Exo 1. Don't know what that is. The Gunk. We saw gameplay for that.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good.
Halo Infinite. We know what that is. That's
no, we don't.
That's Microsoft. That's Xbox flagship title that has to deliver this fall.
Halo Infinite could probably be any game. I would not be surprised if it got a 75 Metacritic to a 94 Metacritic. That game is completely up in the air.
Let me keep going. The Last Stop. Never heard of it. Lake. Never heard of it. The Little Witch in the Woods. Never heard of it. Once again, this is not like just fanboy fodder, like, random fanboys are tweeting. This is an Xbox exec tweeting this out. The Medium, we just discussed that. Microsoft Flight Simulator. We know what that is, That's
Hold on, I gotta talk about Flight Simulator because I just got my 2 flight racks and the Quadrant because I was happening to be F4ing or whatever, or refreshing at like 2 a.m. in the morning. But I need this Xbox version to come out because apparently they're not putting DirectX 12 into the game until the Xbox version comes out in the spring. So yeah, we need that Xbox version out.
Okay. Microsoft Flight Simulator, as I said. Psychonauts 2, we know that's made by Double Fine. Not a game I've ever been into.
Double trash.
RPG Time. That sounds like RPG Maker, RPG Simulator, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's probably something like that.
Well, hold up. For Western RPGs?
I don't know. It's just called RPG Time. Maybe you could look it up, see what it's like. Maybe it's an RPG Maker. Sable. Don't know what that is. The Wild at Heart. Don't know. Scorn. We know what that is. It's this horror game. Doesn't seem to be very heavy on action. I don't know how that's going to turn out. She Dreams Elsewhere. Never heard of it. Shredders. Never heard of it.
That's a spiritual successor to Amped. Snowboarding game. It looks graphically great, but
okay.
We could use another snowboarding game like an SSX, an Amped, a 1080. I think it's about time.
Song of Iron. I actually know what that is. I've seen the developer of that tweet out their game. Tunic. Unexplored 2, The Wayfarer's Legacy. Warhammer 40K Dark Tide, and of course we know what that is, and Way to the Woods.
So
that's
before we even discuss this, I got a question. You're telling me somebody that works with the marketing team of Xbox had the nerve to tweet out that unnamed, unknown, mid-sounding list as like a reason to promote Xbox?
Yes.
What they did was it's January. Everybody's back from them. All right. One is January. Everyone's back from their vacation for the holidays. Xbox Wire blog post posted just to let everybody know all the games that have been announced so far that's due to release on the Xbox consoles that are console exclusives with the exception of Psychonauts 2. That is due to release this year, and they did say in the first paragraph announced so far. But yeah. When I first looked at this list, I did ignore the first paragraph, and I'm like, yeah, if this is it, then yeah, this is not going to be a good year. It really all depends. It's literally Halo and a bunch of unknowns, but gotta wait and see what the surprises is. EA hinted at something that Xbox has some exclusives, announced exclusive coming this year, and we know there possibility of another Forza, and I got my my money on Starfield. So yeah.
So let me get this straight. You said we have to wait for more surprises, right?
Dude, bruh,
yes, that's exactly what I said. Next. You know what I'm gonna say next. Well, how long we wait until it's smooth?
We're gonna wait until
they have 3 again. This is 7 years in a row. We gotta wait to E3. Wait to E3. Woo!
So BG, these are games coming up this year, right?
Yep, that's what they claim for 2021.
All right, so we're comparing this to what exactly?
We're just rating it on Xbox's own merit. Like, this is the games the fans are gonna get, and is there something the fans of Xbox should be excited for? Does this excite them? I don't know.
No, here's the marketing.
There's probably like 3 games I'll get here off this list, but maybe some hidden gems here and there. But again, we're comparing this to what? 2021 ain't looking that good for anybody, really.
I guess. But I would have fired this guy unless he told me these exact words. What do you want me to advertise? We ain't got nothing to advertise.
Right.
And I would be like, yep, you're right.
Yeah. So, if this is the lineup, I'm gonna be real with you. The only thing that's like even worth mentioning on that list, in my opinion, is probably Halo Infinite. So I don't know, but it's early in the year, and
I mean,
we just got to see.
The gunk looks good. The gunk Halo, Scorn maybe hit or miss. Psychonauts has his fans, but I agree over Warhammer. But overall, yeah, it's not an impressive list. But again, in 2021, we're comparing it to what exactly? What's on PlayStation's list for 2021?
Ratchet and Clank, Horizon. Oh shit, that's all.
And that's probably it.
Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 15.
God of War.
I mean, I don't believe God of War's coming out. I don't believe that's coming out this year.
Here, I'll name some, and I haven't even paid attention. Here's what's coming: Ratchet, A New Horizon, Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Episode 2. That's all I can name so far.
I mean, but the bigger problem.
I'll assume Gran Turismo.
Wait, Final Fantasy 16 is not due for 2021, though.
It isn't?
No, it was announced, but it's not 2021. No, remember, they still got to do the Final Fantasy remake, and they still got to get the remasters out to PC and console, other consoles.
Oh, yeah, they said there's no release date even planned, so yeah, smooth right on that one. That's the point where you put up a bet and try to anti-finesse.
You guys think Horizon coming out this year?
It could.
No,
I think Horizon is, but not God of War.
All right.
I wouldn't be surprised if Horizon doesn't, but I think it could. I mean, the bigger issue is like we don't have not one. I mean, there's not one first-party game from Xbox yet. Halo will be the first one.
Well,
and that's late 21. Right.
And Psychonauts and Flight Sim.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot. That's they are first party now. I mean, okay, so yeah, I got Psychonauts. Well, which I don't even get the appeal in that game. Like, I don't even know what that game is. I've looked at gameplay. I'm like, what is this? Is this something that Jack would play if he was depressed? I'm like, what is this? Like,
watch your mouth.
I'm just saying, man. I don't get it. But yeah, we'll see. Like I said, it's early in the year. We'll wait and see. All right. Moving on from that. So the Nintendo Switch was the best-selling console in December, and I think it was also the best-selling console in November also. So it's still, outselling the Xbox One, Xbox Series, and the PS5, which I chalk that up to obviously the limited supply because Kofi trying to come at my neck and stuff like that, and because what I said was I don't find it impressive that the Nintendo Switch is outselling the PS4 at the end of its life cycle, right? When the Switch is in the middle of its life cycle. And now he's trying to bring up, that I said that. I'm like, yeah, but there's supply issues. I mean,
look, how long have we been talking in the chat about trying to get a new PS5? None of us can get one.
Exactly. I'm trying to get another one, and I've been trying. I can't get one, so it's rough. I really think that's the reason. There's plenty of Switches.
People don't want these things. People can't get. It's like the 3080s. People want them, but they can't get them.
Yeah, so I mean,
between PlayStation and Xbox, who sold more?
You mean who shipped more? Who shipped more?
No, who sold more? Because
whoever shipped more sold more.
Shipped is sold at this point.
I saw 4. It was like 4.6 to like 2.3 or some shit.
So who shipped more?
PlayStation.
PlayStation shipped and sold more.
Yes.
But they sold more because they shipped more.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. That's logical. I mean, if the trends from last generation continue, that's we know what's gonna happen. That's not even like a debate or an argument.
No, of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same trends are gonna continue from last generation, and that is what it is. So yeah. No, I still don't find it impressive that Nintendo Switch is selling that much. And listen, and since we're talking about the Switch. We can also mention this Super Mario 3D World. This is why Blandrew needs to be in here for these topics. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, which is I honestly should have looked it up. I'm gonna be real with you. When Nintendo topics come up, I don't be doing my research sometimes when it comes to Nintendo topics. I'm gonna be real with y'all. So what is it? Just Is it just added DLC to the original game?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's like I added like story to the game. Yeah.
Okay. Because Bowser's Fury, that you could buy that before, but this is like the package together. This is not new.
No, it never existed.
Oh, it didn't? Okay.
No, that's some new shit they add right now. Yeah.
Okay.
This is crazy how they can sell old ass games with some minor DLC for full price.
Listen, and this thing is gonna sell like crazy. It's another Super Mario 3D World. This thing gonna sell crazy. You already know it, because Nintendo fans. And here's the thing. I'm gonna buy it because you know what's crazy. Prior when I was a single man, a single grown ass man, I had no reason as a grown ass man to be buying Nintendo games. You know when I bought the most Nintendo games? After I got married, because Nintendo is the console of families. It's the console of families, bro. I swear, like I think I had one game. Because y'all know I'm on my third Switch. You know, I bought it, sold it, bought it, sold it. And then I found
5 away from Hard 8.
And because it was, there was only one game at a time that I really wanted to play. And now I'm married, and that's honestly the only console that like me and my wife play games on. Now I'm up to like 10 games, right, on the Switch, which is maybe not a lot to some people. That's a lot for me.
No,
like if I would have never got married, I would not have no Nintendo games, bro. And
so your wife plays these games?
We play them together. It's all co-op games. We buy all co-op games. So this is a co-op game. So I'm probably I'm gonna buy this.
I don't do co-op after college. I don't do co-op with girls. They should leave the dorm room for 3 days. I'm like, you need to go.
Wow. And it's like what hurts about it is I've been paying like full price for these games, dog. It hurts. Like I'm like, why this game came out 5 years ago, my nigga? Why is this shit still $60 on the Nintendo store?
BG.
I'm like, like I feel like I'm getting fucked by Nintendo, bro, just because I want to play some games with my wife. Like I gotta shell out $60, bro. I'm like, Nintendo is scumbags. This is anti-consumer.
You know what? You know how Nintendo does business?
They've been this way forever, man.
You know, this is how I feel about Nintendo doing business, right? They're like that hot girl in college who was fine then. Then, like 8 years and 2 kids later, she tried to give you the same. She want to charge you the same price.
Oh
yeah, they got me, man. They got me. I'm gonna buy this game, because it's another good way to spend some time with my wife playing games.
How about you learn to cook with your wife? That would be some interesting quality time.
Who wants to do that?
Cooking with BG.
Hey, I am not trying to do that with my wife. I want to play some games. We need to find some common ground, and it's going to be games.
Is she on Twitter? I'm about to message her. Like, what would be some good quality time for you and her husband? Learning how to cook.
Animal hamburger helper. That's what it would be. Make it.
But you know what? BG lucked out because at this point in his life, his wife like, fuck that. I'm doing all the cooking. I ain't trying to die.
It is what it is. But that's why I want another PlayStation 5
lucky,
because like at least with the like Nintendo probably has more co-op games than PlayStation, but like I would still prefer to have like a PlayStation to play stuff with her.
It's crazy. Xbox has more than both. So
co-op games? Oh really?
Yeah. Me and Denise got through plenty of games.
Run off a list, move. Let's hear it.
Well, come on, I wasn't prepared to do that, sir. You're gonna have to summons me next week. All right, but logically, if you consider Halo Gears, that's
my wife ain't gonna want to. My wife is not gonna want to play no Gears, bro.
All right. What game did me and Denise?
It could have more co-op games, but it's not as appealing to females.
Exactly. Like, okay, no, my wife would play some Battletoads, but she's not playing no Halo.
I'm not gonna sit down.
Minecraft Dungeons.
Sit down and play Gears. She's not gonna sit down. She's gonna play
no.
Mario Kart, but she's not playing games.
Battle Chodes.
But hey, I got through a lot of games over the holiday break.
Oh boy,
Smooth. The only co-op part of Battletoads is you having to have 4 people help you with the stupid spaceship puzzles.
No, you can play. You can play the co-op through the entire game. I mean, those would be obviously the more difficult parts because of. But I don't know. I think Xbox has a lot of co-op heavy games.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Well, send me that list. When you get a chance. All right. All right. So, moving on to the next topic. So the Killzone website has been retired, meaning that PlayStation probably not making no more Killzone games. That shit is dead.
About time.
I was kind of hoping they would make a free to play one, like just a free to play multiplayer one, not single player, because they ruined the story. But yeah, that dream seems to be dead. That's over with.
How'd they ruin the story? Out of curiosity, because I didn't play the last one.
Wait, they don't have multiplayer stats online like that? They would keep the website open for?
But I'm talking about like a new Killzone multiplayer, like Shadowfall is kind of nobody's really playing that no more. So it's pointless.
How did they?
They ruined the story because Shadowfall has like almost nothing to do with Killzone 3 and 2. Like it's a completely separate story that has like and the character it's not a character story. It's more about like it doesn't do anything. It's like it's just a first person shooter. Like Killzone Shadowfall, as far as the story goes, the campaign goes, it's just a first person shooter. They don't do anything to further the narrative, explore the world of Killzone. It does nothing. It literally does nothing. So it's like
You don't care about shit like way.
I'm surprised they're abandoning the IP though. That game sold 4 million.
It had to. It sold it by default.
It sold 4 million. Horizon sold.
So hold on. What do you mean it sold it by default?
It was one of the 3 games that launched with the PS4, and the PS4
Did
sold
how many 4 million?
How many? Dude,
bruh. Did that frame rate sell 4 million?
Oh man.
Oh man. Did Sunset Overflop sell 4 million?
Move.
Accent Insomniac. That's Sony Studio now.
They didn't.
All right.
Well, that could be attributed to it being no IPs and whatnot. I mean, Killzone is well known.
I mean, yeah. Shadowfall. People did buy Shadowfall. People did buy Shadowfall because it was either that or Knack at first with the PS4. Right. So they bought.
And Knack sold 3 million.
I'd rather play Knack. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Nah, you tripping?
No, Knack, alright.
Listen, I know we have this ongoing, joke about Knack being, this godly game, but
Knack is not a bad game.
It's not. It's not. It's way
too long. It's the game long as hell for no reason.
Yeah. For the type of game it is, type long. I forgot it did take me a hot minute to beat it.
Bitches are gonna go off like, god damn. Shit.
Oh. Well,
it's not bad.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Killzone, man. I had good times with it. I had good times with it.
But you know what that means, right? If Killzone's gone, they have to bring back Resistance.
Hopefully. Because Resistance...
They gotta have an FPS.
Yeah, they gotta have that. Or SOCOM. I heard
no, we keep SOCOM's ass in the closet retired. I don't need no more SOCOM.
If they could bring it back to SOCOM 2 days...
There's already so many other third-person shooters out there, from Fortnite to PUBG.
PUBG's first person, but it has a third-person mode.
Rogue Company.
Amazing.
Factions if Neil Druckmann ever decides to make it.
Yeah, well, fuck boy. You need to hurry up. Be playing games. Yeah. I mean, Resistance, to me... It was a better first person, the multiplayer was actually better than Killzone. I would say that. The multiplayer is definitely better than Killzone, so I wouldn't be mad at that.
Both trash.
You buggy. You just don't like first person shooters, Jack.
That's the reason why they ain't trying to revive them, yo.
Resistance story was actually really good.
Okay, okay, look at it like this, right? Okay, look at it like this. First of all, okay, Insomniac, do y'all want to go make another Spider-Man sequel? You know, y'all top-selling game, remember 15 plus million copies, or do y'all want to go make some bum-ass Resistance? Hey, fucking Gorilla, do y'all want to go make another bum-ass Killzone, or do y'all want to go make a sequel to Horizon 10 million plus sold? Come on, man, it's a no-brainer.
First of all, Jack, you're fat. Second of all, second of all, okay, like. It don't gotta like I'm not saying logically they should go back. Like Sony Studios almost never go back to IPs they worked on in the past. It doesn't happen.
Long, man. They know when to move on. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, they're not Nintendo. They don't make the same franchise for 3 decades. I get that, you know, but I wouldn't be mad at a remake, a reboot, something like that. I wouldn't be mad.
I'm willing to bet money, as a matter of fact. If Resistance or Killzone come back, those games are gonna die online within 6 months. Nobody's gonna be playing them, y'all. Every time somebody clamor for a game, they never fucking go out and support it. Look at Mirror's Edge 2. I'd suck a D, niggas saying all type of crazy shit. They'd do all this other shit for Mirror's Edge. The shit came out and nobody fucking bought and played it. The game was 2 months release.
Well, they took too long. Well, EA took too long, and EA took too long, and Mirror's Edge 2 Catalyst, I think it was called Catalyst. It was kind of mid.
Let's see how this new Skate game do, because people was crying about Skate. Where's Skate? We need a new Skate. And
well, that's going to take even longer. They only just announced that they did.
I'm curious. I really am. To see if people going to buy these games they be crying about. It's just crazy.
We'll see, man. All right. Moving on, the biggest news of the last week was this Indiana Jones game that is being made by Machine Games Studios, who is obviously under Bethesda, about to be owned by Microsoft because that deal, goes official like I think next month or something like that. Yeah, and it's made by Machine Games, who made Wolfenstein 1 and 2. I don't think they designed Wolfenstein Youngblood, by the way, which was trash.
That was Arcane.
Well, yeah, because I like Arcane a lot, but Wolfenstein Youngblood was trash. I'm like, yo, what is this garbage? But yeah, it's being made by Machine Games.
That was a straight cash grab.
Yeah, being made by Machine Games. Wolfenstein 1 and 2, better than Doom, by the way. Just had to throw that out there as I usually do.
Big facts. Yeah.
Better than Doom. But this will be their first endeavor to be making anything other than a first-person game. So, and because we assume, listen, I've seen some people speculate that Indiana Jones. Listen, if Indiana Jones comes out to be a first-person shooter, garbage, a first-person game. Let me just say right now, throw that shit in the trash. Nobody wants to be swinging from no rope in first person. Throw that joint directly in the garbage. At even that thought that it's first person.
I don't know about that. I mean, Metroid Prime did it pretty well, swinging by ropes in first person.
I don't know. We don't want no adventure game and no first person, bro. Like, no, we not doing this. So
yeah, I agree. I would rather it be a third-person action adventure game. I can't imagine it not being a Tomb Raider, Uncharted S type game.
Same. Yeah. It cannot be first person. It can, and I hope it's not open world either. I do not want.
No, I can't do none of that.
Indiana Jones ain't gonna be open. If it is open world, I'll probably just have you travel to locations like via plane.
Right, a semi-open world, sort of like Jedi.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, open air. This is the thing, and the question I have about this is, I want to know if y'all, are excited about it, and people, this generation of, I guess, younger gamers, a lot of them haven't even seen the Indiana Jones movies. This is an IP that they don't really have a relationship with.
I'm not gonna lie to
you. You haven't seen none of the movies?
Oh.
Okay.
You're crazy.
What?
I've seen the last 2 that I haven't seen. I caught clips of the ones before that, but I haven't sat through them completely.
The good was the ones before that I heard.
Here's the biggest story you're not talking about. Speaking of Indiana Jones, because it is a LucasArts property.
Yes.
And I don't know why this topic isn't there, but EA, like I said, them booty box pulling bums, they lost the Star Wars exclusivity license.
Well, yeah, we're gonna get to that. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get to that. But my thing about this Indiana Jones thing is it's gonna be an original story. It's not based on any of the movies. It's an original concept. They're creating the story on their own. But I'm wondering how much freedom they're gonna take, because the thing about Indiana Jones, from what I know about the movies and seen, he's not like Lara Croft in Tomb Raider or like Nathan Drake. He's not a killer. He's an actual archaeologist. He don't be just running around like shooting niggas, and mass murdering people like Lara Croft and Nathan Drake do. They're like killers first. They're killers and thieves and mass murderers first, and treasure hunters second. Like he's an actual archaeologist.
I mean, he does kill in the films, but I agree. He's not a mass
He's not
killer.
like a trained gunsman or something.
Right. Correct.
So yeah,
it's more of a hand-to-hand combat. He's swinging, punching, that type of stuff.
Yeah. So how is this game gonna be? That's what I'm wondering.
I thought you gonna have enemies.
Ooh,
I was
good
gonna ask,
day.
do we get like supernatural elements in the movies and shit like that?
Yeah,
No.
Like when the guy rips his heart out and eats it.
Oh, okay. They might do some goofy shit where you fighting like mummies and shit like that. Or
I mean,
you know.
he jumped in the fridge to save himself from a nuclear explosion. So it's not like when I see that, I'm like, I really believe that when I see that. I'm like, yo, that makes sense. I was like, yo, that makes sense, dog. Because I was trying to make sense of it in my head, because a fridge, whatever a fridge is made out of, it would protect you from a nuclear blast. Because I don't know how I believe that shit, bro. But like, and listen, at the age where when I watched that movie, I was like, that made complete sense. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, do y'all think this is gonna like connect with a lot of people and people are gonna be interested?
I think it's gonna be a good game. I really
Yeah, I think so. I
think
got
it's
a
gonna be a
feeling.
good game. I'm interested in how invested Todd Howard is gonna be with this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's directing it and everything like that.
Oh, is
Yeah, he's spearheading
no.
it. We don't have a time frame, but Bethesda has said that a while ago they said they weren't going to announce any more games until they were well into development. I don't know if they're still sticking by that, but the fact that they announced this now, I'm like, is it possible that could come out next year?
I'm hoping, because I just need Starfield to come out in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
No games on my books making me feel empty.
Yeah. And of course this game is going to get, heavily compared to Last of Us, Uncharted and Tomb Raider and everything like that. It's going to be benchmarked against those games. Even though those games obviously, like Indiana Jones, inspired, like Lara Croft is just female Indiana Jones and Nathan Drake is another version of Indiana Jones, so it'll be interesting.
I mean, I don't expect this game to be better than a Tomb Raider or an Uncharted, but I do expect it to be at least comparable. You know what I mean? Yeah, it should be decent at least. I would hope. Hope it ain't no stupid shit.
Yeah. And Bruce Straley, who was a former exec at Naughty Dog, just want to know your thoughts on what he said. He said because Jeff Keighley had tweeted out, asking people what they thought about, what other studios they wanted to work on, certain IPs and everything like that. And he had said, studios should be working on original IPs and, original new ideas. And some people took that as like he was hating for some reason. I didn't see it as that, but some people thought like he was like throwing a little bit of shade, saying that they should be working on something original. And obviously, since he worked at Naughty Dog and the connection between Nathan Drake and Indiana Jones, some people took that as him hating.
Oh man, no, the studio he worked at, they only worked on doing original IP, so of course he probably gonna feel a type. You know what I mean? Now, if he was working at Insomniac and they just got to working at Spider, maybe he would feel differently. Or fucking Rocksteady, maybe working on Batman, maybe he would feel differently. But I ain't gonna knock the way he feel.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds a little salty though.
He has no reason. Bruce Straley has absolutely.
Yes, gonna be, but I mean,
he co-directed some of the most popular games in gaming history. The man worked on Uncharted 2 that has a 96 on Metacritic. He worked on The Last of Us, which has a 95 on Metacritic. So nothing he can say. First of all, Bruce Straley, he really about that, right? So we've seen what he's capable of. If they got Bruce Straley over there at goddamn Bethesda to work on this shit'll be a banger, okay? Certified banger, okay? Let's not get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we can look forward to more information on that maybe later on in the year, thing like that, because we obviously didn't get any gameplay. We just got some like a teaser of some books.
Bro, that look just like the Uncharted 3 teaser, yo.
It did, like, cause it was the same thing.
Crazy.
And that's done intentionally, I believe.
Yeah, probably was.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the next topic. So we don't really gotta spend too much time on this. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order got a next gen patch. So if anybody wants to give that a try, I should go check that out.
Those that run at 120 frames?
Not 120.
Trash.
Run at 60 though.
This is 60 frame per second peasantry.
Yeah, I mean, something like, yeah.
We get to play our games at 60. Yay, shut up.
It's higher resolution, higher frame rate on consoles. So if you haven't gotten to play it now, haven't played it yet, then go play it now.
So BG, I forgot to ask. I mean, as a silver chain gamer, how's it feel to be gold chaining?
With this 3090, oh man, it's nice. I mean, I ain't been playing nothing but Rogue Company with it, but it's nice to have. That's why I've been wanting a new game. Like, this joint just been sitting and it ain't been really been put to work. So,
Did you get it at retail or what?
Yeah, I got it with the PC. I ordered a custom PC, pretty much. Got it.
Are you
Jimmy's still in the PC gaming ghettos?
Oh man, you deserve better, King. Pray for you. All right. Moving on. What else there was there? So this Resident Evil Village. There's gonna be a showcase. They released. I feel like they've been teasing this game with the same type of shit for a very long time, right? I don't really know what to expect from this game. I just know people, like, there's been a lot of weirdos lusting over this gray, tall
pale white woman.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, why are y'all lusting over this chick? She looks dead regular. I'm like, yo, y'all just like, y'all get horny over anything that has legs and arms, as far as I'm concerned.
Anything,
man.
Only the virtual type too.
Facts, yeah. Because anything in real life, they don't get that excited about it. But yeah, there's.
It's funny because they were all complaining. Those same people were all complaining about Bella the Fiend last week.
Oh, I didn't even hear about that.
You don't want to know.
Yeah. So yeah, there's gonna be a Resident Evil Village showcase on the 21st. That is, I think that's this Thursday. And hopefully we finally get to see some like solid, actual gameplay, because they've just been going crazy with these sizzle reels and showing chopped up part of the gameplay and everything like that. And hopefully we actually get to see some actual gameplay this Thursday. Yeah.
Hopefully, man. Give us something to be excited about, because right now,
yeah, it's still kind of dry. I mean, we got some news and stuff like that, but overall, it's definitely still been kind of dry out here. All right. Next, we got to talk about Cyberpunk again.
yes, finally.
I don't want to, because y'all know I done beat a dead horse with this, bro. Like, I don't. It's not even fun anymore for me. Like, this, it's just dry, right? But so they issued another apology. It was like a 5-minute video, I think, by I think it was their CEO or one of the co-founders. It's a CD Projekt Red, and he pretty much apologized and told people not to blame, the developer. The upper management is taking responsibility and all that stuff. And then Jason Schreier also released an article revealing some information, some stuff we already knew, about all the mismanagement that was going on at CD Projekt Red, like the developers telling upper management that the game wasn't ready, and they just weren't listening to them. They knew the condition of the game. The demo that was shown at E3 2018, I think it was, they said it was pretty much fake. That wasn't like a legit version of the game that they had running. Is just something they had put together. And I'm sure they're not the only developers to do that. Like a lot of developers, kind of pull those type of tricks and everything like that. You don't even know what to trust anymore when they show gameplay. Like even gameplay, you can't be sure no more if it's legit. Like like how do we know even at E3 or any type of event when we see gameplay? How do we know it's real anymore?
Right.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Microsoft knew beforehand that the demo was fake, all these problems existed. Do you think they still would have dumped all of this money into the game, into advertising the game?
Yes.
I don't know what you're
Probably,
so
yeah.
I wonder if they knew though.
If Microsoft knew before the public that the demo was fake, that the game wasn't going to be ready, that they were behind schedule, that they didn't like all these issues, you think they would have still paid for its advertising in 2021?
Nigga, they paid for Halo advertising knowing all that. Of course they
Halo
would
was
have.
the first party game, though.
No, but what makes you think they knew? Because it sounded like they really didn't know though.
No, I'm saying if they knew, do you think they would have paid?
I think they still would have.
I believe they still would have.
I don't know. No. I don't think they would. No,
no, they
if
wouldn't
have
know.
prior information to that. No, they'll probably let somebody else take the bait for that one. Especially if
Okay, and here brings my next point, because we all agree to that. Microsoft should sue them.
That's what I was thinking. They might end up getting sued by them
Microsoft should
for that money they put into it. Yep.
Unconditionally sue them, and whatever marketing budget they gave that company, they should get reimbursed for it.
Well, that's one thing, but on the other hand, the shit sold 13 million in one day.
It doesn't matter. Right. Okay, well, you know what? That's fine.
Half of that got refunded though, didn't it?
They made their money back with that shit. They should definitely sue them. I'm not arguing that, but they made their money back, and the marketing was worth it.
That's cool. You know what? If I make my money, if a stockbroker frauds me, and I somehow by hook or crook make my money, I'm still suing them for concealment and twisting.
All they partners, absolutely. Can't argue.
Oh, by the way, they confirmed the game didn't actually start development until 2016, because we know we've been talking about the game has been in development like 8 some odd years or something like that. They announced it that long ago, but they didn't start until 2016. So no wonder the game turned out how it did in 4 years. So that's crazy.
Like going back to Bond's point, I believe that Microsoft could have known, but CD Projekt Red's had this history that they could fall back on, saying, we've ran into these issues, it's late, yada yada yada. But just like The Witcher 3, we'll at the end of the day, it'll be done and ready.
Yeah,
I mean that's pretty much what they did. Shit.
That's basically what they did.
Yeah, I think they gave him the benefit of the doubt.
That I found interesting in that article was that the devs themselves said they do not know why they're creating both an RPG and a GTA clone. Now it's interesting because I think me and BG are the only ones that weren't really too hyped about this game. We saw I like BG, I thought it was gonna flop. Like it wasn't gonna live up to the hype.
Right.
So every time I compare it to GTA and how it's lacking all these basic shit, people get on me. But even the devs themselves confirmed it. That they were building basically RPG/GTA clone.
Oh yeah, they also confirmed that it was.
People got 2 prostitutes working Jig Street in the whole Cyberpunk city. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, they also confirmed that the game started out. I think we did know this anyway. That it started out as a third-person shooter, and they changed it like somewhere halfway. Yeah.
Shit.
Yep. Start as like. Why would you change it? Why would you change it? I don't know.
Right.
Oh, we know. Remember what I told you, BG?
What?
I said I believe they made it first person because that saves them on a bunch of animations.
True.
Right.
Yeah, it do. It do.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
I didn't know that third person shit. That's sad, man.
But the game is lacking, man. The game is lacking.
Yeah. They released that first huge patch. I believe that that first huge patch, and there's supposed to be another one coming out in February.
I'll say probably in about 18 more months, the game will play it as it's intended.
Yeah, and they have the whole timeline for the game, and of course they haven't even mentioned, mind you, this game is also still supposed to have a multiplayer. They haven't even mentioned that at all because that's even farther behind because of the condition of the single player. Oh. Oh man.
Yeah, they should have delayed it. They should have delayed it.
Yeah. I love to say I told you.
I don't think they shouldn't even have mentioned the multiplayer though.
They should have canceled multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
It might be this is the biggest disaster since Arkham Knight.
Nah, dog, this is way worse.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying the biggest since Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight wasn't even this bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm saying that there's nothing comparable.
The biggest sense.
What's crazy is this game is actually not that bad, though.
The story, the writing, the voice acting is great, but it loses you.
But
when you encounter all these bugs, is lacking customization of that. Nah, man. It could have everything perfect, but you lose that engagement once you're walking down the street and you keep hearing the same people, the same locations with the same conversations. Like they do not move. The cops just pop out of everywhere.
No, the game looks rushed. It looks like they rushed it out. That's exactly how the game plays. Like a game that got rushed.
The kids in the game.
It needed more time.
Did you see how they made the kids in the game?
I was about to say that. I was like, I didn't know if that was true. Because you can't believe everything you see on Twitter, and I'm like, I didn't know if it was true or not. That all the models of the children in Cyberpunk are just the adult faces on little people's bodies. So it's grown faces on little people's bodies. That's all it is.
Straight lazy, bro.
Wow. I'm like, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, maybe Twitter just be lying sometimes. I'm like, they really put grown faces on little people's bodies for kids.
Yeah, to hurry up and get that game out.
You'd be the only one in the whole city riding a motorcycle too. You'd be the only one in the city riding a motorcycle.
That joint crazy, bro. That is crazy.
I can't believe that game even released. I'll be honest. That's wild.
Yeah, I agree, man.
You gotta feel bad, The Witcher, huh?
I mean, yeah, man. I mean, I also feel bad because that was the last game Smooth gifted to me. He gave me a time.
Damn, you went out with a bang. All right.
Yeah, he did.
Well, they better hurry up and get that Witcher 4 popping.
Smooth, I think you should give me another game.
I buy me a game for Christmas.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you remember?
Somebody said I would buy NPCs Christmas gifts. Is that what was implied?
You
now you're NPC.
You tweeted yourself. You like, I deserve to buy Kiss Move something for Christmas.
Yeah, and then, I realized I celebrate Kwanzaa after that.
Oh, wow.
Great.
For a minute there, I thought I had a friend.
For a minute.
First mistake.
First mistake. Second mistake was buying Xbox.
Never a mistake in buying Xbox.
Oh man, shout out to CDPR. So Nioh 2 PC Complete Edition releasing February 5th, 2021. I'm excited about this because I was waiting for them to release this on PC because it's been some bum ass PlayStation exclusive for a while, and I was like, I'm not playing at that resolution, I'm not playing at that frame rate. I'm gonna wait for the PC version. So it's gonna have 4K Ultra HD support, ultra wide screen compatibility, HDR, and 144 hertz monitor support, and of course full mouse and keyboard customization, gamepad compatibility, and 60 and 120 FPS for the like the PS5 and the Xbox series consoles. So yeah.
Wait, what?
It says between 60 and 120 for PS5 and Xbox, I believe.
Wait,
Why are you playing this game?
What game is this?
Nioh 2.
No, since when did it come out for Xbox? You said something about Xbox.
I believe it is, or is this? Yeah. Isn't the complete edition? Hold on, let me check. Let me not get
No,
too excited.
I never heard that. Yeah.
Nioh 2 complete edition. I thought it was. Is it only PC? Oh, never mind. Sorry to get too
It probably
excited.
mentioned Xbox gamepad or some shit like that. Probably support.
Yeah. False alarm. Yeah, you weren't going to play this anyway.
I wasn't. I was just going to rub it in.
Oh yeah, it's PS5, PS4, and Steam. Yeah. Okay.
What you want to rub in, Smooth?
That they lost an exclusive. So
it's not exclusive. It's on PC.
Oh, PC don't count. Nobody pay attention to that shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. This guy. This guy. All right. What else we got? Oh, so Sony released some Returnal gameplay. As we know, that's made by House Mark. It was a combat trailer, and this game. I feel like I gotta say it right up front. Like, gotta remind people, this game is gonna be $70. This game is gonna be $70. Now, look, I'm buying it, right? Because I buy games I want to play regardless, of the price. If I want to play it, I buy it. Do I think it's worth $70? No, absolutely not. I think it's worth 50 or 60. Because this is pretty much just a third person, like Nex Machina. You would agree with that, like, right, Jack? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a third person version. It's a third person game of all the games that Housemarque has been making in the past. It's just has a higher production value this time. That's not a bad thing, but it probably doesn't warrant a $70 price tag. And I worry about that because I said this when they announced that they were going to be $70 games. That's going to end up hurting some games more than it helps.
Yeah.
This game does not have a mass appeal in the first place because, first of all, it's a roguelike game. A lot of y'all don't even know what roguelike games are. Roguelike games are, once you die, you start all the way over. You don't get
that's a no-buy.
That's what I'm saying. Once you die, the game starts over, right? So pretty much the Returnal, I believe, is like you're trying to reverse like a cycle that you keep dying. Pretty much, it's in the story of her dying all over and over again. But and Housemarque, they are notorious for making very difficult games. So this game is not going to be easy. So I don't really see this game having a very marketable, situation. So I'm worried about the sales too.
$70 and nah, and it has those mechanics. Nah, I can't do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people are gonna be turned off, yo.
Because I'm like, wouldn't y'all rather sell? I'm not the greatest at math, but wouldn't y'all rather sell? I don't know, like 100,000 copies for like $60 rather than I don't know 40,000 for 70. Like I'm like, I don't get this decision, like they just got to be more careful with what they price things at, man. Like this is gonna hurt the game more than it helps.
This game is definitely gonna need like a sense of progression, because even though roguelike games you die after the game starts off after you die, a lot of roguelike games they give you you might earn something that you can use on further run. So as long as it got a good sense of progression, I think it'll be alright. But I think the sweet spot for this game probably would have been like $39.99, $40.
Agreed.
Yeah, just get people feet wet with this shit, man. Because like I've been saying, man, people they didn't fuck with none of the other games for Resogun and all that. If it wasn't on Plus, people wasn't buying them. They wasn't fucking with them. But now all of a sudden, y'all running out and spending $70. When did this shift happen? When did it happen? When did y'all become such Housemarque fans that y'all can't live without this? So there's a lot of cap going on right now. We're gonna see who really hold it down for this game.
Yeah.
Gameplay look good though, man.
Oh yeah, the game looks fucking dope.
Oh, yeah.
I love how.
Yeah,
This generation is the generation of particle effects. Clearly, like that. All the
Hold up. Particle effects.
I know what you about to bring up.
Dealers said that those didn't exist until this generation or last generation.
Oh man. But yeah, like all the extra power that developers have, especially on like I feel like on PlayStation, all the extra power they got, they're like, okay, what we gonna do with it? Particle effects, just particles, bro. Particle the hell out this game, and that's what they did on what's that?
Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, Spider-Man. They went crazy with that. What's that game that
Ratchet and Clank?
Ratchet. What's that game that nobody bought by
Godfall.
It was a launch game. Godfall. They went crazy with it with that.
Had a lot of particle effects. That was a hell.
Right. So they've been that way, but now they about to go crazy with it. But the combat trailer looked really good. Like it looks like it's gonna have some fast paced, high octane, crazy combat and like mechanics and weapons and abilities and all that. So that looked fire. But
is it $70 good?
That's the thing. People won't know. Like I think it does you better to like get the game in people's hands at a lower price than gatekeep it at a higher price, because word of mouth does amazing things for games, but like people won't spread your game by word of mouth if nobody buys it. And it'll probably be on sale. Like this thing is going to be on sale for like $49.99 by probably 2 weeks. So
that's why Sony could use a Game Pass model, man.
Yeah, I bought Godfall for like $40. So
I can't believe y'all went out and bought that game. Yo, I'm tripping. That shit.
I didn't buy. I mean, I got that game free, and I played the first level and uninstalled it.
I tell my wasn't gonna be hitting on shit,
Anybody wasted money on Godfall? Oh Lord!
What do? You fight monsters in there, like weird creatures, right? Just slicing them up, like Warframe.
No,
pretty much.
Don't compare a good.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying Warframe is a bad game. I'm just saying it kind of looks like that.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Warframe,
but with a lot of God of War animations.
Oh, okay. That's probably where it was gonna win at.
Yeah.
He thought so.
Mm-hmm. So listen, I hope it does well for them. I hope it does well for them, man. I think it will be probably land in the mid 80s somewhere, like low 80s probably.
You know what Sony need to do? And Sony got to stop playing footsie with Housemarque, man. Go on, bring these guys under your wing. They ain't never made a bad game yet. They just need to fund it, man.
And they better hurry.
I don't want them to do this shit where they fund Returnal and then the game sell and they're like, this is probably the test. You know what I mean? If this does well, we gonna copy y'all. If it don't do well, you can go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? I hope people buy the game. Man. I really do.
Man, make an honest woman out of Housemarque, man. Stop flirting with her, man. Just using her, man. Just using her.
Bro, on press start, it's no reason companies.
James Winston just throw a touchdown.
Drew Brees threw it to somebody. Do it. There's no reason that fucking media when fucking Housemarque need a suitor, man. It's not right.
Yeah, and I was about to say,
they gotta hurry, Jack. They gotta hurry because Google, Amazon, they all look. Microsoft still looking
God.
so far.
That's true too, though. That is definitely true.
Yeah.
The developer graveyard, Amazon and Google, man.
Imagine we wake up one day, Housemarque has been acquired by Oculus Gaming or Stadia. We're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Rest in peace.
Speaking of Amazon and Google and Amazon engines, etc., when the hell is goddamn, what's that space sim called? Not Wing Commander, the spiritual successor of Wing Commander.
I don't know.
It's got like $1 billion in Kickstarter money.
Oh, the scam?
Star Citizen.
Yeah, Star Citizen.
Star Citizen.
When the hell is that game coming out?
Man, they got their money and went off to some island.
Like, how long is that? Yeah, how long has this game been in development for?
Years.
2011. We're on 10 plus years of development.
Yeah. Crazy.
They are now above $300 million in just Kickstarter money.
Eating good, yeah.
Hey, that was robbery. And Jack, and speaking of what the developer of Dreams Media Molecule, like, bro, they got to do something. Okay. Dreams flopped, like I said it would. I ain't gonna say I'm like I'm a visionary for saying that, but there was definitely there was PlayStation dudes capping for that game. They was capping. Okay. And I told them, listen, y'all is not gonna be playing no damn Dreams. Y'all are not that good at arts and crafts, and y'all not developers. Like, yeah, stop giving us games to make games. Those type of games do good on PC. The type of games where you build something, create something. Those games do well on PC. Those don't do good on PlayStation, right?
Hey.
Or on consoles in general.
Look,
Mario Maker did well.
You can't get motherfuckers that can't read the fucking game dev tools, right? Imagine you getting on Dreams and you looking for people like Omega Zeo to make you a fucking level. Like, you just gonna be in that whole board as fuck. Like, I'm not dealing with this shit, bro. Like, the game got like less than 1,000 people playing it a week now. The game died, people. Sad situation. They should have put it on Plus or PS Now. They should have did. And I don't even agree with PlayStation games being on PC. This is the one game I think everybody agrees been on fucking PC, yo. They should have put this shit on PC. Community could have been thriving right now.
True. Yo, you want to hear something even crazier? Speaking of back on Star Citizen, BG?
Mm-hmm.
$300 million for the Kickstarter on Star Citizen. Do you know how much money GTA 5 took to make?
How much?
A whole lot of
$265. They have received more money on a Kickstarter than a goddamn Rockstar game. That is insanity.
Crazy.
That might be the biggest highway robbery in gaming history.
Yes.
Yeah, that's terrible. Listen, I hope Media Molecule actually makes a video game next. None of this creative artsy fartsy bullshit that they've been on. Make a video game for people to play, or Sony should shut their ass down, bro. Like, just get them out of here. Like,
that's just they lane, like they creative, play share create. It's not working though, bro. Like, if it worked, I can see it. It's not fucking working, bro. It's not.
Make something for the masses to play. That's too niche. This whole creative developer toolkit type thing. Make a game that most people would want to play. Like, switch it up.
I'm definitely too lazy to be trying to create my own games and shit. Like, that's what I pay y'all for, dog. I give you the 60,
Facts.
give me a fucking completed game. I ain't trying to be in there. Yeah.
Like, imagine playing 60 to make a game. Like, ain't that y'all job?
I'm saying though, like, what's there, bro? I ain't trying to get no job with y'all like that.
Yeah. Crazy, man. Okay. What else is left? So CES 2021. CES is pretty much the tech show. They show us all the new tech that's coming out later this year. And just some stuff I wanted to highlight. Acer and Asus have some 2.1 HDMI 2.1 monitors on the way. That's important for us gamers. They're going to be, different sizes. I know they have like a 32-inch, a 27-inch. They're going to have, and apparently they're not going to be that expensive. I mean, as expensive as they could be. Like, some people would consider $1,000 expensive for a monitor, but I mean, there's been monitors that are like 1,800. So 1,000 in comparison to those ain't so bad. LG announced some new line of monitors that they're gonna have coming out, because the LG CX is the most popular gaming monitor, because that has HDMI 2.1. That's the one everybody puts on Twitter that they buy.
Yep.
So now they're coming out with more and different models of HDMI 2.1 TVs, and in different sizes. So, and they're OLED. They're OLED. So those are coming out later this year. Some laptops with 30 series cards. I don't know if y'all saw this, but Razer is coming out with a mask. It's a smart mask.
RGB.
Did y'all see this? Yeah.
Oh, you know it. I'm about to be rocking an RGB mask.
What does it do though?
So
it's a mask of RGB. What do you mean? What does it do?
No, you said it's a smart mask. So it's just
it has a filter. It's one of those actual N95 design masks. It has it's see-through, so like people could actually see you speaking. It has the filters, the proper filtration system and everything like that, so the mask doesn't fog up and you're getting actual clean air and filtered air and all that stuff. They haven't announced the price for any of this stuff. This mask probably gonna be like $100 or something. But I can't lie, that mask look fly. If I'm gonna be in this pandemic any longer, I'm gonna go outside with this mask. That mask look fire.
Think it's only gonna be $100 on Razer, yo? You tripping?
Hey man, I'm just saying.
It's gonna go like have issues with Razer Synapse. Watch.
Oh my, that program is so bad. Razer Synapse never works properly. But yeah, that mask look fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, y'all should check that out. Because we still gonna be in this pandemic for a little bit, man. A little bit.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Yeah, and
Especially
Samsung
in New York, you know how Cuomo's doing this.
Facts.
You know how Cuomo got us out here, man.
Yeah, Colin. And I know nobody else cares about this, but I'm like the adult side of me gets excited about this. Do y'all own any like vacuum robots?
We just got
I wanted one.
We got a mopping joint.
Roomba.
You said a mop?
Yeah, it's a vacuum. It's like a vacuum. Yeah, robot joint.
So yeah, like yeah, I'm sure y'all have seen like the commercials, the Roomba. There's a whole bunch of different models for vacuum robots, and like I have one. Like I had like a one that cost like $200, but Samsung has a new one that's coming out, right? And this one is going to be probably like crazy expensive. It has like it has a camera on it. It has like these crazy sensors and everything like that, where it analyzes your entire house and it so it doesn't bump into it. Some the other ones have this technology, but not like this. So this is something that like it's weird. Like that's how I know I'm old, because me and my wife
lazy because you just want something to vacuum for your ass.
Here's the thing, like me and my wife, we decided that we're okay with paying for convenience. If we could pay for something to get done, we don't want to do it, man. That's how I am. Like
yeah, why not?
So then why don't you get a prostitute?
Oh my god,
Whoa.
this nigga, he always gotta take it. You always gotta take it somewhere far. Like I have an electric.
Bugging.
Yeah, I have an electric an electric mop, because we got marble floors, but I still don't be feeling like doing this shit, bro. Like man, like them vacuums could be clutch. Them robot vacuums can be clutch, man. So. But yeah,
I think it's about like $500, $550, $500 to $600. The Power Bot or something like that.
Yeah,
the Samsung. Yeah.
So, yeah, we should be excited for them LG TVs. I'm a cop one of those and get one of these Acer and Asus monitors for that HDMI 2.
Never come out.
Yeah.
LG got that 48 model tailored to gamers. I think they're taking out some of the. They're focusing more on the gaming aspects instead of the picture quality.
Mm-hmm.
Just to lower the price. It's gonna be underneath $1,000.
Yep. Yeah.
So that should be good.
We talked about Indiana Jones, of course. In the week they announced Lucasfilm Games. This is pretty much just going to be like a banner under which all Star Wars games are going to fall under, because Disney is no longer just giving the license to Star Wars games to one developer like EA. They're kind of just handing it out to whoever they feel is right. Ubisoft is going to be working on a Star Wars game. Jimmy,
Star Wars game.
Jimmy, I will go to you on this. What are your thoughts on Ubisoft making a Star Wars game? What do you think it's going to be like?
This is a good and a bad thing. The good thing about it is that Massive is making it. So Massive are the people that made the Division 1 and 2. Yeah, the only thing about it is that now the Division 3 is probably going to be on hold, even though they subcontracted somebody to work on seasons for Division 2. But I think it's a good thing. I mean, an open world Star Wars game based on the Snowdrop engine that they're using for the Division 2 sounds promising. They say there's going to be canon to the universe and everything. I think it's going to be good. I don't think it's going to be bad. My only concern is that they learned their lesson about relying on releasing games and then updating them as they're released. I wanted to come out solid and whole, and I think it'll be fine. As long as they don't do what they did with the Division 2, it should be fine.
Here's what the Ubisoft Star Wars game is going to be. It's going to be a Division game, a loot and shoot, create your own bounty hunter, and take on missions game.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's what,
and that's dope. And that's dope.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Jimmy up here talking about, I got like 40 points of Beskar armor and
That's
Plastoid.
right. That's right. I'm gonna be like, yo, Bon, come do this raid with me.
That's just how fire.
All right.
That's just how fire. Right?
Yeah.
Yo, Jimmy, any word on KOTOR remake? Anything?
Nah, I don't know nothing about it.
Kathleen Kennedy ain't gonna budge, huh?
Can they just fire that stupid bitch?
Hmm.
And I hate using that word, but that's exactly what she is. They should just give Dave Filoni all of Star Wars.
All of it.
But the Division 3 guys, y'all should be worried because it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all.
Division 2, how much more Division do you need?
Yo, listen, man, we need them to get back in that snow, baby.
The next game should be called The Multiplication.
Oh man.
Wow.
It's called Star Wars, baby.
Dad jokes.
I just realized that.
Dad jokes. So,
Bon, you ever tried the Division? Bon?
No, I don't play trash.
Listen to this guy.
I'll play it when Smooth finishes Resident Evil 2. How about that?
You're never playing this shit.
Need a stream, by the way. So Ubisoft is making a Star Wars game. EA, of course, is making a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, and there's one more, right? Somebody else is making a Star Wars game, ain't they?
I thought it got canceled.
They're making a LucasArts game.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing that they don't only got it in one publisher and developer's hands. So this is definitely a good thing because EA wasn't doing enough. They weren't doing the greatest job with the Star Wars IP by themselves.
No, they screwed it up. They just tried to shove shit up your ass and call it a day.
Back.
I told you they were gonna. People are like, there's nothing we can. I'm like, yeah, you can. You keep bitching, they'll lose the license. You watch. But you know what EA needs to lose next? That NFL license.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, y'all hoping for too much now.
Mad as ass.
Nah, this is them wanting to release more Star Wars content though. That's really what that is. They took the Call of Duty approach.
Yeah, they need to make Star Wars to make money, the license to make money.
Exactly.
Y'all gonna play all these 2-3 Star Wars games? Y'all fucking with?
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
2 or 3 a year.
There'll be one every year. Yeah, like Call of Duty.
I hope Playground Games make a pod racer. That's what Microsoft
is too much into this shit. Ain't nobody trying to play pod racers.
They say you can give us one of these for Star Wars every year. All right, let's see.
I'm binge watching Star Wars, the Clone Wars on Disney Plus right now, and Batman the Animated Series because I've seen this stuff, but like having like these streaming services is like mind blowing because now you can actually watch the shows in order, like the episodes in order. Like it's
true.
Like I'm watching Batman the Animated Series, and I'm like, this was the order the show was in.
That's the same thing.
I'm like,
they meant to do this. They meant to do this like this. Yep.
X-Men was out of order too.
But it makes sense when you watch it back, though. It's funny how it makes sense in a weird way, though.
Yeah, because obviously as a kid, you like, okay, you're not going to be able to watch every single episode. You miss some Saturdays or whatever day it came on. So, you just try to piece it together and stuff like that.
But,
watching it.
But that's why they always had at the beginning of every X-Men episode, previously on X-Men.
Yeah.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z. Goku stood around for 30 minutes while your mom yelled at you to take out the trash.
Facts. On Batman, they only did a previously on Batman if it was a 2-part connected episode. Yeah. Like, yo, I really watched Batman suplex an alligator. This one episode. I was tripping. I was like, yo, this Batman just suplexed the alligator, my nigga. I'm like, what?
Clone Wars season 1 and season 2 were not great though.
Yep.
And the reason that is, it's the same thing with Rebels season 1 not being great. Because what these companies do is they make these shows solely for kids to appease the networks and get the toys. And then they're like, okay, we in. They can't cancel us now. Now let's ramp it up.
Yeah, and like Batman season 1 was super goofy too. Cause like in the cartoons, the cartoon animations where they'll grab a character and spin them around in a circle and make this goofy cartoon noise. Like there was one episode on like Batman like that. I forgot who it was, but he was swinging Batman in the air and it had this goofy sound effect. I'm like, yo, I remember this show being way darker than this. But see,
it wasn't really dark until the second season.
Exactly. And I was like, yo, what is it? Because yo, there was this one episode where it took place in Gotham City during the daytime. I never seen Gotham City during the daytime. I was like, nah, this, because there's only one episode like that, or a few in season 1, but season 2 and 3, it's always Gotham during night because they want to make that city look super dark. And it bothered me seeing Gotham City in the daytime. I was like, yo, this is weird, bro.
That's why the Superman cartoon was always during the day.
Mm-hmm.
But if you probably can't witness it now because they went and redid it. But the original airing of the X-Men season 1 was terrible. They had like redo the whole first season. Like it almost ended up canceling the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. That show had a lot of drama behind it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these shows did because before X-Men and Batman, there were no cartoons that were like, things were like cheesy garbage like the Super Friends.
Mm-hmm. Super mad cheese. Yep. What else haven't I touched on? Let me think we're almost done. Did y'all hear this story? Who was it that was talking about? Like there was a time where Microsoft, before Microsoft were even in the gaming industry, they went to Nintendo with an offer to buy them.
Yeah, I remember this back in like, what was it, early 2000s?
Yeah, and like Nintendo laughed them out of the building, apparently.
Yeah.
That was a good thing they did.
But you know what? Shit, if they offered to buy them during the Wii U era, they might have been different.
Yo.
You know what's crazy though? Microsoft and Sony both went to Nintendo with the similar type deals, offered to make their hardware.
Ew, completely different deals.
No, they were
Sony didn't want to own it, though.
Yeah, because the PlayStation 1 was a Nintendo.
Yeah, it was more of a partnership.
No, the same for.
And they didn't want to use
Sony wanted a partnership. Microsoft wanted to outright own them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like Nintendo inspired both of them to make their own console.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was actually worked out.
That Sony deal was the Sony deal was what a CD drive, right?
Yeah. So in a way, I guess we do have to give Nintendo credit for inspiring the PlayStation and the Xbox. You gotta give them a little bit of credit for that.
Nintendo. Thank God for Nintendo, yo. Their fucking bullheadedness and arrogance throughout the years have really improved the gaming industry. I love it.
I feel like at this stage of the game, there will never be another hardware manufacturer unless Apple decides. I think anybody new coming in will just be streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That still ain't going yet either.
Yep.
I still like Stadia, by the way, too.
Oh, Jack, stop this.
Stadia is not bad, man.
Yeah, you drinking the
If you're
Kool-Aid.
playing Cyberpunk, it isn't.
Well, there you go. See,
They got one exclusive Jack like, and suddenly he's like, you know what? This ain't so bad.
Stadia could be way worse than it is, bro. It's decent. It works.
Okay. Let's talk about NPD's best-selling games of 2020.
Ew.
Yes, sir. So here's a list. Best-selling games of 2020. Number 1, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Number 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Why is 2019 still selling that much in 2020? What the hell is going on?
That's the story right there. 2019 still dominating in 2020. That shit crazy.
I know. About to be up there.
That's weird, bro. 2019 is way
People
better.
probably still buy it thinking they need that to do Warzone. That's why.
I don't know. Okay, so that was number 2.
You got the virus over there, Smooth? Who coughing?
That wasn't me. That sounded like a Brooklyn household.
Oh Lord.
What the fuck?
Of course, I like this in Brooklyn.
I'm very healthy.
I have not made any Brooklyn
kind of
jokes
violent.
yet.
Number 3 is Animal Crossing New Horizon. Number 4, Madden 21. Number 5, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. 6, The Last of Us Part 2. 7, Ghost of Tsushima. 8, Mario fucking Kart. Came out like 6 fucking years ago. Yo, what the fuck? Number 9, Super Mario 3D All-Stars. And number 10, Final Fantasy VII Remake. How is Mario Kart 8 still on this list, bro?
Damn, FIFA wasn't on there?
Is Mario Kart still $60?
BG,
Yeah.
I need
Yes.
BG, how many Nintendo games are on that list?
1, 2, 3.
How many Sony games are on that list?
1, 2, 3.
And how many Microsoft games are on that list?
0.
Yo, man.
God damn. What's going on, Smooth?
Business as usual.
I don't see what the big deal is.
The price of Game Pass. Oh,
You said you don't see what the big deal is?
User engagement.
I mean, I don't think Microsoft is complaining.
Did they call you
Still
and say
profitable
that?
business.
Are the consumers complaining? Because shit, I would be.
They got what nearly 20 million Game Pass subs.
Okay. Talk that Game Pass talk. See you.
I
mean,
can't wait till he comes back so we can get rid of Smooth.
Wow. That's great.
I mean,
Yo, he coming back like what was that Lord of the Rings movie called? Return of the King?
Return of the King. But listen, I gotta keep it a treetop tall with you with this one here. It's disappointing.
Excuse me?
Microsoft got to do better.
They do.
That said,
Return of the King, Return of the Jedi.
Them top
Maybe
games,
it
man.
could be a new hope.
You got 2019 taking the number 2 slot. That shit crazy to me.
Yeah, because so that's 6 exclusives between Nintendo and PlayStation in the top 10, and that's pretty good. That's
I thought that exclusives don't sell systems.
Who told you?
This is what I was told. I was told to look at every sales chart. You'll see multi-plats are there way more. They're there over any exclusive.
I have seen that. I have indeed seen some people say that.
They definitely do dominate though, especially the top of the charts.
Well, hopefully Halo can get on these charts because outside of Halo, Microsoft got no chance on getting on top of them charts.
Yeah. I expect Halo.
It won't because, like I said, there's Game Pass.
Game Pass has just been a monkey wrench in the system, man. You can't.
All right. If you think
you
Xbox
can't
wanna
tell.
see Game Pass grow another 10 million, or for Halo to sell 7 million.
If Halo sells 7 million, that's a failure. That shit needs to sell 10 million.
Oh well, shit! You might as well go and rack that up there. You think it's gonna sell more than that?
If Horizon and Spider-Man can sell, if Horizon, a brand new IP, can sell 10 million.
It's not that it can't. It's just that the game is going to be
It's no reason to buy it if you can get it for Game Pass. So.
Right.
How much? What a Days Gone sold like 6 or 7 million.
They never released a number.
Probably like somewhere around 4 or 5.
Yeah, I thought it was like 4 or 5. Yeah,
somewhere around there.
And how much did Ghost of Tsushima end up selling?
I don't know if we got that.
Oh, a lot. They said they were downloading more than The Last of Us in North America. So I don't know.
Oh, wow! You dropped that, you freaking scrub.
It's probably close to 10.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there somewhere. So yeah, 2020 was a good year for game sales and exclusives and all that good stuff. So yeah, it was a good year for that.
Exclusive for everybody else, but not Microsoft.
Well, I'm sure.
Smooth.
Well, like I said, I don't know. Game Pass threw a monkey wrench in the system because like you can't even know. My problem is you can't even know what game is actually performing well anymore. Like with if it's in Game Pass, like how do you know?
You have to check Steam for that. You got to check Steam. Because people
weird,
still buy
man.
the games on Steam.
Yep. What else? What else we got? So of course there's we were just talking about Ghost of Tsushima. We know it did very well. It performed very well. People are deep throating it and all that stuff, saying it's better than The Last of Us Part 2, which is fine if you think that. But there's people doing a little bit of extra cap for it. But that's that starts the speculation that a Ghost of Tsushima 2 is on the way. But my thing about that is I don't know. What is exactly the sequel for that game? What do you do in that sequel?
See, this is the problem I have with
or Viking.
This is my problem with bro. They should not have gave you an option at the end of Ghost of Tsushima because one of those endings is canon, right?
Yep.
And the sequel is clearly going to be a continuation of that. So why give us the option, bro? Like I just don't understand why they do that with games they want to make sequels out of.
You know why?
It makes no sense.
No, the Witcher 1 and the Witcher 2 had multiple canon endings that you would take into the next game. So did Mass Effect.
I don't. But this not one of them type games to where they going. I don't think they're going to try to do that story as
it's as
branch.
simple as this.
So.
They told you if you didn't want to play Witcher 1 and 2, at the beginning of Witcher 3, you got a haircut, and they basically said, which of the prior canon endings did you choose?
Right.
I mean, and it's like, but okay, but I'm not the ending in Ghost. I don't think that affects the story that much. Whether you the game over by now. Whether you kill your uncle. Okay, whatever you decide to do with this person, I'm like, does that really affect the future and the story that much?
That's a major character of the game.
Jimmy be spoiling.
Yeah. But you can create a game that you don't really got to explore this one person living or dying. You can make a story around.
Somebody different. I mean, the Mongols did invade twice, so that might just be the second game.
So we about to fight Mongol. We about to fight the Mongols again. Come on, man.
No, but without spoiling it, the DLC kind of lets you know that they could go in another direction. There's other characters. So
I don't want no mythical shit.
No, but they could still go with other characters or legends and stuff like that. There were other legends of Tsushima, so
they're not
the
locked
Mongols. Yeah,
racist BG? Hold on.
The DLC kind of set that up.
Oh, the way I'm saying Mongols.
You said get out your shitty wife. What you just say? Hold on, bro.
You see, you know where I got that from? That South Park episode.
Don't be doing it, bro.
The Mongols invaded my shitty walk. That shit. The Mongols. The Mongols. Oh man. Hey man. I don't know.
Smooth, you got Flight Simulator?
I thought Ghost of Tsushima would be a one-off, but that's my thought.
No, it needs a sequel. I wouldn't mind a sequel.
I don't know. I don't feel like it'll
the
get
game
one.
was very fun. I think they can improve on some of the shit in the game. Make it
Damn
better.
Mongolians always invading my shitty walk. I think it should be. I think it should be a different character. I don't know. I think it should be different than Jin Sakai. I don't think it should be the same character.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Same world.
Pirates or Vikings.
I don't think they're gonna go that drastic.
But it has to, if you name it, but it has to be Ghost of Tsushima. If it's if it's a sequel, and it still has to be. Okay,
go for
yeah.
something else. Yeah.
Okay. I'm okay with
Valhalla.
that. I'm okay with that. Ghost of
It could be
something else.
Ghost of Valhalla or Ghost of the Grand Line.
Yeah.
Jessica was a boring ass character if we keep it in a buck.
You know, people don't want to have that conversation because you can't talk about that, Jack, because then
boring as hell. God.
yeah,
damn.
you can't say Jin Sakai is boring because then you would be criticizing, Ghost of Tsushima fairly, and we can't do that because we have to keep up. We have to keep up the appearance that Ghost was way better than The Last of Us, so we can't do that,
You know
Jack.
what's
You know,
It was. It definitely was.
People say they don't like Horizon and Aloy is such a one note character, but then they account for Jin Sakai. It's like it's the same shit.
You know what?
Sakai
You know
is
what?
so
You know
amazing.
hold on. You know what Ghost did right? They let you choose. You see
the
what I'm saying?
Mongolians.
They let you choose.
Oh,
man.
you talking about?
Yeah,
okay.
man. Yeah, they let you
Okay,
choose,
alright,
man. That's all they had to do in The Last of Us. It'll be straight.
I got you.
That's it.
Mm.
Learn from that.
And Mongolians. Okay. So, yeah, we'll see. Because we know Sucker Punch is hiring, Naughty Dog is hiring. Hopefully, because they finishing up Factions too. Hopefully,
Y'all getting ready to buy that Last of Us again, all right?
Bro, they really finna charge us another 70. That's crazy.
Facts.
You know who else is hiring?
Oh,
Retro Studios.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Bro, they ain't came out with a game since 2014, yo. That's crazy.
Pretty bad.
They've been chilling for 7 years, ain't doing shit. Still getting them checks, bro. Hey, that's lit.
Here's a question I had, especially for you Brooklyn people. How the hell did James Harden lose all that weight?
Yeah, fast.
No, you know what it is? It's black. It's the black uniform. Black hides a lot of black makes you look mad
Bruh,
slim.
I saw the comparisons. He must have had a Big Mama's House bodysuit.
He might could just fluctuate weight like that.
Or he just went to the Brooklyn bodega. You know what they do? They make you shit your whole inside.
Oh, here you go. Oh yeah, and he did, and they did wear the alternate uniforms for his first game, and he did look slimmer though.
Was it the baby blue joint? Yeah.
There's no way. Like he went from skinny to, he went from like even Barkley and Shaq were making fun of his weight.
Well, people were saying that was part of his whole plan to get out of Houston.
Yes.
Barkley should know that.
Yo, he dropped 45 points in a bodysuit.
Yeah, that could be water weight, man. He just dropped the water weight.
It's easy for athletes, man.
No,
that was part of the plan. That was a master plan
before his draft. Yeah, Barkley tried to do that before the draft.
Yeah,
Talking about he gained like 40 pounds in a week.
He was like, all right. He came into the season like, I'm gonna come in here looking like Fat Thor, and I'm gonna say some, I'm gonna say some foul shit about my teammates. I'm gonna get that trade up out of here real quick.
And then Kyrie took a sabbatical to make the Nets look like at least like okay, they have an issue. He might not play because he's being stubborn. It's a good plan.
Kanye Irving.
Yo.
For real.
Yeah.
But the team is fine now with Harden and Durant. Like Kyrie Irving is going to mess up that whole. There's not enough shot clock for Kyrie Irving and Harden.
It's not.
My thing is that good luck. I don't know if you still play 2K, but good luck playing. Every time I play 7 games, everybody picked the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, you already know what's going on there, bro. That shit finna be ridiculous.
I mean, they have enough talent to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, of course.
They better make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. You know who
got
there last year?
Got too much ego to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals too. Got to make it work.
They'll make it work.
So just to wrap up, let me see what time it is. Oh yeah, we're almost done. So there was some controversy with Gamexplain. Some of y'all may know that YouTube channel. I don't really care about this, but I saw people, bleeding hearts like Blandrew talking about this. Pretty much the YouTube channel Gamexplain was accused of overworking and underpaying their staff. Like one dude, he said he had This guy named Bowling, he said, I contributed to Gamexplain while also working a full-time job elsewhere, and they paid him $550 a month, and like regardless of how long he spent playing and reviewing video games, and he reviewed Final Fantasy VII Remake, and he said that worked out to $1 to $2 per hour.
Damn.
Yeah. For the amount of time.
Negotiate better terms of getting paid.
Right. That's what I'm doing, man. You got. First of all, you got to know your worth. Know your worth. Know your worth and demand it. I mean, you can't. It's not like he's tricking you. You know what he's paying.
They do be jerking people in that industry though. It's like a game could sell 10 years straight. You make one check and that's it. No royalties, no nothing.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's why voice actors keep trying to strike.
Yeah, this was a quote from him. He said, "I don't think I ever suffered more to make a video than I did for this game." Adding that his wife encouraged him to leave Gamexplain as soon as possible when it was over, because their practices were not defendable. And like, I saw this was gaining a little bit of traction. I'm like, am I a sociopath because I don't care about this man's pain?
Look, bottom line is this: it doesn't matter what job you're at. Like if you're doing a job and the company's making buku money, you're making shit. That's your own responsibility to have that discussion with your employer.
Right, correct.
Yeah, but you know that money gonna make the games go up.
This happens a lot.
No. Gamexplain is a YouTube channel, Jimmy.
Yeah,
YouTube. I know what that is. I'm talking about the practice.
Oh, but this happens a lot with like bigger YouTubers. Most bigger YouTubers, like 95% of them, they don't edit their own videos and shit. So like, this has been a lot. Like it was some 2K YouTubers. He had like 1 million subs. What's his name? Like Shakedown or some shit. Like they said he was paying his editor like $30 a video, and he was getting like 2 million views a video.
Wow.
So like the dude was like he wasn't paying him shit, and he was getting all this money.
Hold up, Jack. What was the YouTuber's name?
Shakedown.
And have you played Yakuza?
He was shaking down. He was shaking down his editor.
He was.
Have you played Yakuza, Jack?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Mr. Shakedown.
Yeah, hey, that's what
that's why they call him
Shakes.
Hey,
man, it's just crazy.
The name fit.
Do we know if these individuals were credited with the reviews?
That was his name, Lost and Unbound.
They probably did. They didn't complain about not being credited. They just complained the pay wasn't right. No.
Speaking of Yakuza, isn't the rest of the Yakuza series coming to PC?
Xbox as well. End of this month. Yeah.
Nobody playing that game on Xbox?
Nobody playing the game at all. Like, listen, I was just this Yakuza game. Like, this nigga was just fighting a man in a Speedo. I'm like, we supposed to take this game serious, bro? Like this RPG.
A little bit too good.
It's too good. That's why I can't get into it. I wanted to play this because I'm like, I'll probably like the RPG more, but it's too goofy. Like you just fighting a man in a Speedo with an umbrella.
Goofiness is like 5% of the time. The other 95% of the time, you're in deadly serious engagements with Yakuza mob bosses and stuff.
I could deal with Persona's goofiness, but that shit, I don't know, man. It's a little bit too much.
Yakuza's definitely more serious than Persona. What are you talking about?
I mean, but it still got like a lot of silly shit with like the fighting and all that. Picking up traffic cones.
You gotta go out of your way for it, too.
Yeah.
No.
Hitting niggas with umbrellas.
The worst thing that ever happened to me in Yakuza was I rescued a thought. She took me to the bar. She tried to get me drunk. I'm like,
rob you.
Thought's trying to get you drunk so they can rob you. So I refused to drink. And the bartender tried to force me to drink. So the bartender tried to fight me. So I whooped the bartender's ass and left.
Man had an encounter with Cardi B right there.
I know.
Facts. Hey, yo, Blandrew, so you're in the chat, right? So I saw that you were talking about this Gamexplain thing.
Always in the chat?
Well, he said his internet ain't working right. But are you gonna stop watching Gamexplain now because they did this? Do you care? Do you care enough to stop watching? I'm just curious. Because I don't care. I'm not even subscribed to their channel. But Blandrew is a nicer person to me. He cares about people. I'm a cold-hearted.
Dude's always been corny. They little corny nerd dudes, Johnny. Trash.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and well, Mortal Kombat still's out. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that. Yeah. So we see some actual trailer. I'm gonna wait for a trailer. So we. What else? Lords of the Fallen 2 is apparently still in the works. That game has been in development hell forever. Gotham Knights, they said the combat system has been completely redesigned. It's going to be very different from the previous Batman games. Is that it for the news? Oh, and Dying Light 2. I'm worried about this game because this is one of my very anticipated games. Dying Light 2. I think the story writer and the art director recently left. And if you remember, they said they got something to announce soon about the game. But like it was like the beginning of last year. It might have been even the year before where they said they're delaying the game indefinitely.
Yeah, it's never done good when you hear some shit like that.
Yeah, they lost the writer and art director, man.
Yeah, and we haven't heard about nothing about it since. So they released that really impressive hour-long gameplay demo that looked really good, but we haven't heard nothing about it since.
Fake. Oh no, was that a vertical slice?
It could have been. That's what I'm worried about now, man.
Oh no.
Listen, see, I'm not biased. I love Dying Light, but that got some Cyberpunk symptoms lingering around it right now. So I'm a little bit worried. Landry said, I've been done watching them. Got too corny and commercial. I watched the ex-employees channel though. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's it for this week. That's all the news that is pretty much happened. Hey man, it's January. We did our best. I'm gonna put on Patreon. I'm gonna put the After Dark questions post up so y'all can ask us whatever y'all questions are for us to discuss in After Dark. And let's do these outros. J Rock, appreciate you coming on. Let the people know where they can find you on Twitter.
No problem, brother. I appreciate it, family. Yeah, they can find me on Twitter, J Rock. From Far Rock. Everybody know Far Rock is the last stop on the A train.
Yep. Is that next to
Rock? I appreciate all you guys. I followed you guys for a long time, especially Bond. I subscribed to Bond for years now. I love his content back then with him. Yeah. BG, been following you for years too. Jack Move recently. So I appreciate all you guys and love. So I'll see my way out of here, brother.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Jimmy?
Yo, what's up, man? J Mega Games. Happy New Year's, everybody. That's it, man. It was a good show. Good to see everybody. I'm out of here. Peace.
All right. Smooth.
All right, man. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next weekend. Make sure you check out the channel, LTG Podcast, me and Dre, little two-man show.
Pure God Podcast?
A Let's Talk Games Podcast, just making a return.
Yeah, I don't know about the name, bro. I don't know about that abbreviation.
Change the name of that podcast for you don't want smoke with Sparrow.
Facts.
What? Oh, I don't know who any of these people you guys are
low tier God.
Wow.
Low tier God would be like me multiplied by 10, always on 10.
God.
All right. Blonde.
What's going on, everybody? Good to be back. I will be resuming regular programming next week. I will be starting out with my stream Hollow Knight, just taking care of some business and stuff in the real world. So after I get done that, I will be back.
Who didn't go? Jimmy?
No, I'm good.
I didn't know.
Oh. Everybody went? Okay.
Jack.
Oh, well, I don't like your fat ass.
I know. The star of the show.
You gotta talk about submitting your gameplay too.
Submit gameplay. Oh, for the what's it called? Stream. Oh yeah, I got a fucking Patreon request coming up, yo. My game is in the mail. It's supposed to be here on Friday. They still ain't sent it. I don't know where the fuck it's at. But when I get it, we gonna do that. Valkyria Chronicles. I be on the lookout for that. Appreciate y'all boys for watching. Go check out that Patreon.
Game, Valkyria Chronicles.
We gonna see. But yeah, man, we out, man. Go check out that Patreon, Whip Mill Podcast. Yes, sir.
Facts. Check that out. Support it. We appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all next week, I guess, if there's topics Talk about, because this is still touch and go. We still in January, so it's still touch and go. It still could be dry enough for us to not actually have a podcast. We got to see. All right, so no, but Hitman comes out, so yeah, we'll have one. We'll have a podcast.
I thought y'all were doing the Gears DLC. What happened?
We're gonna do that too. One of these.
Oh, you gotta read the
wait for Stu to finish.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We read super chats on this podcast. All right, let me read these real quick. I completely forgot.
50 piece.
All right. I read a few at the beginning of the podcast. Let me go up. Hustle and Motivate. Shout out to Hustle. He said, "Stop hating on Jimmy. He's very insightful and a key part of Weapon Wheel podcast." Appreciate that, man. Shot Red 555 said, "Why you don't like Harry Potter, BG? I am curious. What fantasy properties do you like, if any? You sound like a typical base nigga." What's a base nigga?
Harry Potter's trash.
Yeah.
Oh, he said
talk to this dude, yo.
Is a base nigga like a default nigga, just like a default like vanilla nigga? That sounds like.
He's saying you play Ken in Street Fighter. That's what he's saying.
Pretty much.
Man.
Oh man. I like a lot of fantasy properties. Like I'm big into Star Wars. I like Lord of the Rings. I mean, I'm real into Marvel, all that stuff. So,
did you watch Mandalorian?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're just now getting into Clone Wars.
No, I'm rewatching because remember I watched it. No, I actually never watched Rebels. No, so that's why I'm rewatching Clone Wars to get to see Rebels and everything like that. Yeah,
big into Star Wars. Huh?
Hey, man, I'm late to that.
You that Star Wars guy, huh?
Listen, leave me alone.
Here we go.
I just think Harry Potter's lame. So yes, I will make fun of Harry Potter fans because I think it's
I like
lame.
their first movie. That's the only one I've seen,
20 Wills dude said, "Do you believe Cyberpunk has surpassed E.T. the game as the biggest failure in gaming?" No, because it still sold 13 million. So we can't
led to a gaming crash, didn't it?
Yeah, so we can't say it's that bad. The Raven Flow said that Xbox list is making mid great again. War Machine guy said Nintendo games for $70 is coming, so don't be mad. Oh God. Stay $70 for like 5 years too. It's your boy 14 said BG right. I do be feeling robbed by Nintendo. They the greatest thieves on earth, bro. The greatest ones on earth, man.
Who?
Dumark Mills said, listening with my wife, BG, she's saying how you can't afford $60 to play with your wife, but gold chaining for a second PS5. First of all, don't call me out. Second, it's not that I can't afford it. It's the fact, like, yo, it's a Nintendo game. Like I said, if I was single, I wouldn't be buying none of these. That's the issue. Like, I wouldn't be buying none of these games otherwise. Like, as a grown man that looks in the mirror, like that has you know what I'm saying? Like,
speaking of PlayStation 5 and buying them, how about when Blandrew came up like a half hour later, like, PlayStation 5s are on sale. Like, well, how come you didn't tell us, Blandrew? I didn't know anybody wanted one. I was like nutness.
Sometimes, you know what I feel like? When I play Nintendo games, I be feeling like I'm a grown man playing like Paw Patrol or something. Which is by the way, Paw Patrol is a pretty.
Don't Smooth got all the achievements in Paw Patrol for the Xbox?
Oh man.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the first 5 games I beat of 2021.
Hey man, this your 2 weeks notice.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Listen, Paw Patrol is an elite kids cartoon, but still, it's a kids cartoon. But like, as a grown man playing that, I'd be like, man.
And I had to review it for my kids, make sure it was suitable.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Mr. Oshido says, what is a better game / end of a trilogy? God of War or Halo 3? God of War 3 or Halo 3?
Come on, man.
But Jack, have you played Halo
3? Because that's what should have been the ending to the whole damn series. It's a
Any
perfect
other takes
ending.
on it? Any other takes on it?
I'm gonna say God of War.
I'm gonna say God of War only because like I've beaten all the Halos, but I've never like been enamored by the Halo story like that. It never captured me like that.
What was the question again? The third.
What do you think is a better
Halo,
trilogy?
God of War.
Better trilogy,
No,
God
he
of
said
War
the
3
ending
or
of a trilogy.
yeah, he said ending of a trilogy pretty much. God of War 3 or Halo 3.
Man, you're speaking just
by
the ending.
far.
You're not actually talking about the games, are you?
I think he talking about overall, yeah.
Yeah. He said what's
I'm
a
thinking
what's
you're
a better
talking about just like how the series ended.
Well, he
Not
said
the
what's a better
games,
game.
how
He
it
said
ended.
what is a better game / end of a trilogy? God of War 3 or Halo 3? He put /.
Oh, I can't answer that then.
Yeah, I would go with God of War 3. 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse said, Welcome to 2021 Weapon Wheel crew. Did you guys talk about those BLM hooligans that riot the Capitol in whiteface?
Oh,
Also, shout
talking about that.
That's funny.
Also, shout out to Prada Move Johnny. That's funny, bro. We gonna talk about that in After Dark. Mr. Heisenberg said, "How ironic is it that people thought The Last of Us 2 gameplay was fake, but CDPR were the ones lying to us the whole time with Cyberpunk?"
Word.
Funny, man. It's funny.
Hate to see it.
Rocks the Nobody said, "Yo, Jack, what's good with that Jiggy hoodie? Are there any left?"
Jiggy hoodie? He talking about the Jiggy ski mask or the hoodie? We got hoodies left, my guy. Just hit me up.
Yeah,
Yeah, just hit me up. Matter of fact, just tweet.
There's plenty of hoodies. You could just buy that from
Yes,
your store,
sir.
right?
We got the hoodies in. Yeah, I do got one Jiggy ski mask left. Well, technically two. If you like the color blue, I got one for you. But yeah, there you go. Yes, sir.
Hustleman 1981 said, "Weapon Wheel would be nothing without Jimmy." Said no one ever. Oh man, y'all gotta stop this.
There you go. At least he donated though.
2021, they already started.
This Jimmy slander getting old, man.
Hey man, you know they got to put my meat in their mouth, baby.
Wow.
Oh, okay. There you go.
All right.
Speaking of Gamexplain, I want to renegotiate my contract in regards to these super chats now, BG.
About that later. Mr. Oshido said, "Do you think the new God of War trilogy will be better than the old one? Of not what will they have to do better? What will they have to be better than it? There was a whole bunch of typos in that. You say what would they have to do better?
They way more gore, yo. It needs to be more visceral, more violent. The new trilogy. I would like more humanoid enemies. Other than that, yeah. The story got to be on point. Let's backtrack a little bit. Let's backtracking too, yo.
Better boss fights because they really toned down the boss fights in 2018. Yeah. Mr. Heisenberg said Hades is a roguelike and everybody loves it. He responded to you, Jack.
Yes, Hades is a roguelike. Yes, I love a lot of roguelike games, but it's not they don't have like widespread appeal like that.
The Ravenflow said Nintendo was using the father of the PlayStation to make the CD behind Sony's back, and they essentially made them sign a contract to complete the job. Okay. How about that? All right. What else? Rocks the Nobody said, "BG, how come my name isn't on that patron list?" That list is from like maybe a week or so ago. So I'm gonna update it from week to week. So yeah, your name should be on the list.
Y'all join today so you can get your name on the list, yo.
Facts. That's the exclusive list.
That's clout.
Facts.
That's clout right there.
Tarek Ahmed said, "What's good, bro?" He said Harden wears a suit with wrappings around it. Pretty much a fat suit, give himself a little bit more. Yeah. Shot Red 555 said, "Okay, fair enough, BG. Still waiting for you to check out Black Lagoon." Oh, that's that anime, right? So I might get I think the anime community looks down upon people who actually like pay to watch anime, like the subscription service, like Crunchyroll or whatever.
No, they don't.
I've seen
Since when?
They want you to support that. What are you talking about?
Bro, I've seen on Twitter like anime, like I don't know, tryhards or sweats, the ones who watch animes like adamantly.
They all got Crunchyroll, Funimation.
I've seen them make fun of people for paying for it because there's a community that just watches it for free on certain websites. And the thing had had a whole bunch of likes and retweets.
You talking about the Kiss anime bullshit?
For free, then there won't be any more anime.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I'm like, yo, is this frowned upon? Like, because it had thousands of retweets and likes. Like,
stop trying to justify your normal behavior.
They buy the streaming services, yo. They buy.
No, listen, no. First of all, I don't watch anime like that, but the ones I have, I've just found some free website like Kiss Anime, but I stopped using it because they had too many ads and pop-ups and all this other stuff, right? It had problems.
Funimation they ain't got no ads on Funimation.
Yeah, Crunchyroll doesn't have that, and Crunchyroll you can watch those things for free anyway.
Censored all type of shit.
So recently, like usually I don't pay for stuff. Y'all know me. Like I avoid paying for stuff like nobody else, right? When it comes to anything.
Piece of shit, yeah.
Yeah, we know. So like to make up for all the free stuff I've gotten for like over the years, I could pay a subscription one time, to watch some anime, and I'm actually subscribed to Crunchyroll right now, so I'm gonna try to like take advantage and watch as much anime as I can right now because I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready to go back to that free. So I don't know how long I'm gonna stay subscribed, but subscribe right now. I'm a tax-paying citizen, and I'm acting like it. Acting like it right now. So yeah, I'll check out Black Lagoon since I'm subscribed to Crunchyroll. And Rocks to Nobody said, "Fam, I've been a patron since November. Don't play me. I don't know why your name not on that list." Then I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check. I got you, bro.
Update the fucking list, BG. Update the list.
I'm gonna check, bro. I got you, dog. I got you. All right, that's Weapon Wheel Podcast. We're out of here. We'll catch y'all next week. We're going after dark. All right, later.
Yep.
Let me know when you cut the feed.